Okay, I think it's working. Okay, the reason why I clapped there is because after stream, I'm gonna make sure I understand fully how this YouTube stuff works because it's still very confusing. But hopefully after today, it will all make sense. And yeah, okay, I do know that I'm live for now for sure. So after when I do go back and check the stream, I will know for sure how it works. That way, this won't have to be a recurring issue. It still is annoying that it first has to connect to the YouTube server, which takes like 30 seconds to a minute. Sometimes it takes up to 2 minutes. But anyways, here we go. All right. Hello, everyone. It's Ferric, and welcome to day 5 of episode 1 of the Wizard101 Jobless walkthrough series. Now, that title naming scheme is something that I'm considering doing now because instead of calling this season 1, we're going to call it episode 1 because for each season, because we have a specific goal that we're trying to go for in the Jobless walkthrough, I'm going to make it so that the live streams are like a certain day we're doing a live stream, like we're playing the game that day for a certain period of time, up to 2 hours, whether it's only for an hour we're playing or it's up to 2 hours. I don't think I want to go above 2 hours. Maybe in the future we can go above that, but there's just not a single activity in the Jobless walkthrough that really takes more than, an hour or so. Like even a Beast Moon game at its longest. I guess maybe a decathlon run, but that's going to happen so late in the series to where we're able to do such long decathlon runs that we do not have to worry about that right now. So, but yeah, basically each stream is going to be one day, and each season, instead of calling it a season now, we're going to call it episodes because there's going to be an edited, good, nice, decent video that I'm gonna post on the main channel. Sorry, it is the channel. Like the main channel is it's all one channel. But on like the video section, I'm gonna post an edited video where I make like this very nice edited video where we go over the specific goal we were trying to achieve, the fact that we did it in this many days. So for example, this first episode is gonna be 7 days long because obviously, I did talk about it last stream, but I'm gonna be taking next Sunday off, and there's also a community post about that, and my schedule is also changing after that. So after Thursday, my next stream wouldn't be until the following Thursday, and that would be the start of what is now episode 2. But real quick before we get started, I did want to point out that again, this has been one of the main motivations for me coming back to doing content and stuff. Obviously, Palestine, Gaza, all that stuff is always the most important issue to me right now, more important than literally any other issue in the world. So I do have a link in the description down below. Please, everyone, every little bit helps. Please make sure to donate to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. Again, there should be nothing controversial about helping children who are just victims, regardless of how you feel, which side you take. There should be nothing controversial about helping children who are suffering. So make sure to support the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. Link is in the description down below, and it will be in the description for all my videos going forward. So I just wanted to bring that up at the beginning. But anyways, so this right here, as you can see, is goals for this episode. So for daily goals, at this point, we're going to be spending all of our energy on fishing until we have a good gold farming method. I want to make sure, obviously we should spend all of our energy because energy is a resource that you collect as, as time goes on, it refills on its own. So it would be a waste to not use it every time we're able to use it. So as a daily goal, we're going to be spending all of our energy. And for now, because our only real use for energy is on fishing, because we haven't started the pet making process yet, we're going to be spending all of our energy on fishing, at least for the rest of episode 1. So, and obviously last stream, if you remember, we ended early because we still have an active elixir going on that pauses whenever you log off the game. So we're going to go ahead and make use of that to finish the fishing quest, which, as you can see at the top here, today's goal, Sunday, 7/21, July 21, is to finish the fishing quests. And then after that, spend the rest of our energy as well. And then I believe we also get an energy refill at the end of the fishing quest as well. So we're going to spend that as well. And then after that, we're going to full focus on questing. So we have the pet search quests that we still have to do. Then we're going to finish up all other remaining sorts of questing. That includes, doing as much of the other quests that we can. Obviously, there's certain quests that we can't complete, but we can complete parts of them. So just to 100% complete all possible questings in the game, we're going to do all that. And then once we do that, we should hit level 10. At which point we'll be able to buy whatever is the best bazaar gear available until we at least hit level 15, which won't happen for a very, very long time in this series. And then that's honestly the goal for this stream. Get these three things done, and whatever we don't get done rolls over to Tuesday and Thursday. And then Tuesday and Thursday, obviously, those are the last 2 days of episode 1. So the main goal at the end of season 1, I finally clearly defined the main goal is going to be buy the Red Barn Farm, because that's going to get us into season 2, which season 2 is going to be sticky notes over notepad. Yeah, dude, I just discovered the sticky notes, because the sticky notes are always a thing in like Windows 7, but I just saw the sticky notes. I'm like, dude, this is so much better than Notepad. So I was like, you know what? I'll just use this now. The only problem is like they're kind of small and hard to read on stream. Especially because I have like a bigger monitor. If this is on like my small monitor, my 1080p ones, it's a lot readable. But this is on a 1440p monitor, so it can be a little tough to see. So this is just a band-aid fix for now, but I like it for now. But yeah, so buying the Red Barn Farm is going to be our main goal for the end of episode 1 at this point. And then season 2, obviously, because we're buying the Red Barn Farm, season 2 is going to be all about gardening and gold. Gold, because gold is one of the biggest benefits of gardening. It is the best way to get gold in the game. And I still feel like it'll be the best way to get gold even in this series, where gardening is going to be a lot more limited. So that's going to be all of season 2. We're going to be exploring gardening, and specifically gardening for the purposes of gold as much as possible. And honestly, there isn't a whole lot to do in gardening in terms of like how much we can possibly do, because we're very restricted to the spells that we can unlock. We can only use the gardening spells in Wizard City, as well as any gardening treasure cards we get through housing through castle tours. And that's something, again, I don't want to go over too much right now because I've done a little bit of research into it. That's going to be all for season 2. For now, we're just going to focus on these things, and this level 12 XP grind thing. This is where this bottom part comes into play, farm Sergeant Skull Splitter. I looked through all the 4 bosses we have available to farm right now during our free-to-play series, and Sergeant Skull Splitter seems like the best because he drops this piece of gear, Elven Stormcap, which is the best hat available to us right now. Until limited time events come out. It's the best hat available to us. It's a Crown's hat that you can get dropped from bosses, but Sergeant Skull Splitter is an easier boss than Harvest Lord. And again, part of it is XP grinding too. We're doing 2 things at once. We're farming for this hat, and we're farming for XP as well, because that's another thing that I did. And this is where I almost was ready to make my first guide. Look at all this like crazy stuff I've been doing off stream on my main account. I've been like trying to like derive like a mathematical like equation for like a model to model like what's the best way to grind XP free to play. And like I did all this like, look at all this like data collect that I did, bro. This literally reminds me of the days I used to do like Wiz content like, back in the day, where I would do these like crazy data collecting, trying to like model stuff like an insane amount. So like so I've reached this conclusion right here, and based on this conclusion, the real conclusion is we don't need to do all this crazy stuff that I just went through. We don't need to do it, because for our purposes, the best way to do to XP grind is in a way where we're achieving multiple goals at once. And the multiple goals is going to be the fact that we're trying to get this Elven Stormcap from Sergeant Skull Splitter, as well as the Honeysickle as well, because he drops Honeysickle Seed, which is a way to farm for a seed without having to rely on the bazaar for certain like rare plants or whatever. But yeah. Let's just switch over to our gameplay lock. And yeah, dude, we have Ferris here. Arrow Village was the last place we left out on. So yeah, I have to remember. So yeah, so we have to get the Garfish, which was in Triton Avenue, and the fish sandwich. So let's really quickly make our way to Triton Avenue. Is there a way I can get there faster through the loyalty store? Yes, there is. Go to Magidon loyalty store. We are on a time crunch. As you can see, the fishing timer from last stream is still there, so we want to make sure to take full advantage of that. Were you a computer science major? I am still a computer science major. But although at this point I'm gold cap. At this point I'm in it just to finish my math and science degree, because I'm almost done with it. If I really had a choice, something I'm truly passionate about would have to be physics, mechanical engineering. Those, like, in terms of getting a job, I think actually mechanical engineering is better than computer science if your goal is to go into college and get a job. Plus, mechanical engineering to me is the most interesting major outside of physics. Like if I'd like do like just a straight up like tier list in terms of majors that I would want to study, physics would be number 1, but mechanical engineering would be number 2. And physics itself, in terms of getting a job, like it's as good as any other math science degree. But the thing with physics is, and I have to actually pay attention here, because where is the fishing in this area? Is it just like over here? I think it's up there maybe. But yeah, mechanical engineering will get you will get a job. If you do well in mechanical engineering, I feel like that's a major where at the end you're guaranteed to, like, pretty much guaranteed to land a job as long as you do very well in the major and you genuinely enjoy it. And I do genuinely enjoy mechanical engineering. I never genuinely had a passion for computer science. I kind of just did it just cuz. But yeah. Alright, so the Garfish is an ice fish. So I'm gonna go ahead and reveal fish school. And unlike what we did in Old Town, where we had 3 potential fish that could be the ice fish, the owl-eyed pike and the shark spear and the garfish, this one we just, sorry, not the garfish, it's the, I think it is the garfish. Maybe, yeah. Sorry, yeah. It's like the garfish because it's like the pirate. I was thinking like Garfield and I was thinking like cat, but no. I don't know why my brain went there. Garfish, like garfish, like the pirate-looking fish. That's the one. It's an ice fish, and I was not able to get that last time because I got unlucky, and also because I wasn't fishing in the best area. But this area only has the allied park and the garfish for the ice fish, so we're gonna go for that. Can I just give you member? No, that would that would totally. There we go. We got the garfish. All right, go to the comments. Go to the comments fast. We're on a time crunch. There we go, dude. First fish. We already got the garfish, and then Cam actually told me in the comments, for those who remember, King Fest was there. He actually said, you won't be able to complete this fishing quest because you need to go to Cyclops Lane. But little did he know, we have castle tours to get the fish sandwich. And I believe I said that the Arrow Village was the best. We actually tried the Arrow Village. Actually, if we go to visit a favorites, we get this Arrow Village. And actually, wow, it actually got. So yeah, this is why you want to make sure. By the way, make sure you favorite a castle. Press this button here, favorite this castle whenever you find a castle that you like, because as you saw there, that castle got taken out of the top whatever. At least like from what it said there, it seemed like it got taken out of like the top list or whatever. So make sure you favorite a castle that you want to have access to, because at that point, I'm pretty sure unless they remove the castle from castle tours, you will always be able to have access to that castle, even if it gets removed from like the top 10 list or whatever. So yeah. Would you even consider using the bazaar to get something that's free to play farmable times? Oh yeah. So if it's farmable, I would use the bazaar. Yes, for sure. It's just if it's honestly even something that isn't technically farmable, I will get from the bazaar if it's something that's super common and easy to get. Like there's certain things that you can only farm from Firecat Alley, but because like there's so many people that have completed Firecat Alley, there's always 100 of that item in stock, and as soon as you buy it, there's gonna be someone else that gets that item and ends up just selling it to the bazaar. So there's virtually infinite of that item in the bazaar. So yeah, for the purposes like that, I will use the bazaar. The main reason of avoiding things in the bazaar is to avoid like let's say for example there's a very rare piece of gear that there's only one of, and it's not even that rare, but it's just like, you know, if people are following along with the series, it's not going to be auctioned off to the bazaar that quickly. I just want to make sure someone watching the series is not able to not replicate that and be able to buy that piece of gear just because we got lucky to find it in the bazaar and now they can't find it. Because I think in the budget walkthrough there was that issue with there's that issue honestly with many things, but one of them was specifically with something that I bought from the bazaar, and people kept on commenting like, you know, hey, I'm trying to follow along here and I can't get this from the bazaar. So that's why I want to avoid things like that. So yeah, but yeah. Oh wait, shoot. Okay, wait. I almost messed up. I already messed up technically because I wasted some time. So the whole reason why I was getting the fish sandwich second was so that I could use up all my energy in the Arrow Village before coming out to Lucky. Because when we go out to Lucky Hook Line, and let's just make sure we go to our favorites again. What? Okay, I thought it got removed. Okay, no, it didn't get removed. Okay, but yeah. So I wanted to have access to the other fish in this area immediately afterwards. So, and at this point I'm not going to use anything except for the ice lure because the two main fish we're trying to go for are blackberry jellyfish and sand bass. I think sand bass is an ice fish. If it's not, then that's kind of unfortunate, but the main point is I want to be able to catch, and I should probably turn down the volume. It is a little bit loud. Again, I don't mind the ambiance of the waterfall in the background, but I do want to make sure that it's not like killing our ears. Sorry about yesterday. Oh, dude, don't worry about, bro. Yo, CSI. So, I'll say this: when I left chat, I wasn't annoyed. When I stopped responding to you, I wasn't annoyed. So I do this thing now where if I'm starting to like, if I feel like there's no like resolution to an argument at the end, I just say it's this thing you just say like, you know, peace, and then just move on. Like, you know what? We're not gonna agree with each other. I'm not going to get into this with you type thing, and just move on from it. That way, I don't get upset. Hopefully, you don't get upset. We agree. It's kind of like a way of like saying agree to disagree without saying agree to disagree type of thing. It's just, I'm just like, you know what? I've said my piece. I'm going to move on type thing. I wasn't offended at all by what you said. It's just, you know, and honestly, if you want to talk about it right now, I'd be more willing to. The reason is because I just don't like typing things, because a lot of thought gets lost when you are just typing to each other back and forth. That's the reason why I literally privated my Twitter, and I'm just like, you know what? At this point, all of my online presence with like people in the Wiz community is all going to be in one place. That's why I've moved everything to my channel. Everything's on community posts. Everything's here. That way, if anyone has anything to say, they come to me directly, and there's not this weird thing where I'm in like, you know, because that's also why I'm not in any Discord servers anymore. So at this point, Discord is used to communicate between myself and friends. So yeah. What was the debate? It wasn't really a debate. So I think it was something along the lines of like last night. It was in Sauce's chat. Basically, it was something about like making Wiz PvP a best of 3, and I said something along the lines of Wiz PvP already lasts like 20 to 40 minutes per match, and making it a best of 3 could make it take up to 1 to 2 hours. Ooh. Okay, yeah, we got a new fishing badge. That's nice. But yeah, doing that would make PvP matches take like 1 to 2 hours, because if you make it a best of 3, if it's gonna go all 3 rounds, it's gonna go be at least an hour long, maybe up to 2 hours long, and even if it's only 1 hour long, you're gonna want to play like 3 matches a day. So because of that, you're gonna spend like 3 to 4 hours a day playing Wiz if you want to like be competitive in PvP. And I made the argument that, like, sure, that's great and all, but like unlike other games, like for CS:GO for example, I can just play 1 or 2 games a day, and that's like gonna last me maybe an hour long total, and that's good. Like like 1 maybe 2 hours a day you can do realistically, even if you have like a family and stuff like that. And like you could involve your family and stuff too if you really wanted to. But like if you're working a full-time job, if you have a family and you have other things that you want to do outside of Wiz, there's no way you can really play Wiz consistently 4 hours a day. That was the argument I was making, and that was what the debate was around. And obviously we didn't agree in the end. Like I believe your position was that you can do it, and my position was that you can't do it. And yeah, sure, we can agree to disagree there. There's like that's not really it's not really a debate that I care for. It's kind of like a pointless argument to want to be like yeah guys, like you must be right about this, or you must be like that kind of stuff, So just that's just where it ended off at. But yeah, just want to make sure that I don't yo CSI, I'll just tell you this. I have comments of people telling me that they can't wait to see me die, and they hope I get airstriked. So, and those comments don't offend me. So there's nothing that offends me. There's some things that do kind of upset me a little bit, but petty stuff like talking about how much time you have to play Wiz, I don't care, dude. Like it's whatever, man. It's whatever. Like I don't even care for the people that literally are like, like, hey, there's people that are like just straight up like racist on Wiz. Some of them are like notable members in the community, and again, I'm not here to call out anyone today. That will save for like a separate time. But yeah, like there are just like some straight up like just racist people in the Wiz community. Some of them are content creators, dude. Like the things I know behind the scenes, if I really cared about exposing people, dude, oh man, dude, the amount of drama I'd get out of people would be insane. But yeah, Sauce compilation of racist people? Yeah. Well, so Sauce's compilation of racist people is, like, from what I've seen, it has to do with, like, a lot of, like, the people playing the game. There are, like, actual content creators that I know stuff about that, like, are just, like, they just say some of the most insane stuff, and they hide behind this, like thing where it's, like, like, oh, well, I just want to avoid politics. I want to avoid politics. Yeah, you want to avoid politics because you have some very bad political opinions, and that's fine. That's fine. Just don't say anything at that point. If your political opinions are bad and you're too scared to say them, then just say that. Don't say, hey, I'm too scared. I just don't want to talk about politics. Just don't say anything. Don't say anything. Because the moment you say something, now I can be like, no, like now you're involving yourself in the conversation. Now I have every right to criticize you for what you're saying. That's the thing. Like if you truly care about what you believe in, if you truly care about something that you believe in, that's not something that you're just going to avoid as an issue. If you're avoiding an issue, it's because you're not comfortable with the way you feel about it. You're too concerned about how other people will perceive you, and as a result, you will not talk about it. That is the only... Yeah, I'm apolitical. Exactly, right there. That's the thing. And that's something that I've called out a lot of content creators for, and recently I found out that, like, there's been, like, people that I've literally given shout-outs to, have been like talking behind my back about it. And I'm sure just off of me talking about this on stream alone, they'll go and like farm their little drama off it to get some content out of it. And you know what? Go for it. I'm not a content creator you're gonna be able to bully out of it. If you want to get drama out of it, have your drama. Here's the content for you, because if your content is based, if part of your content is based on farming drama, and that makes you and your viewer base, who also loves drama, very happy, farm me all you want, I don't care. But if you also have the other goal of doing it for the purposes of bullying me out of the community, that's not something you'll be able to do. Over the last few months, I've been this is one thing I haven't talked about before. One of the reasons why I've been very heated with the way I've been with my pro-Palestine discourse is because I wanted to remove people from my community that I knew were just not going to be like. I lost since April. I think I lost like 750 subscribers, and I was really happy. Like that was actually my goal. My goal was to lose subscribers. I wanted to lose those from my community who are so filled with like bad intentions in their heart that they will literally unsubscribe over some of the most basic moral principles. And the people that will stay will be people that are like, hey, even if they disagree with me, they'll be like, you know what? I'm okay with him saying what he wants. I'm waiting for the Wiz content. Or even if I do care more about Wiz content and politics, I'm still willing to stay for the Wiz. I still like his Wiz content so much that even if I disagree with him politically, I still like his Wiz content. Those are the people that I believe actually care about my Wiz content. Not the people who are going to, only care about the fact that they're comfortable. They don't care about my Wiz content because they care about what I'm saying. They care about the Wiz content for selfish reasons because it makes them feel good, And that's what I wanted to remove. I wanted to remove that part of people, and that's why I did it as long as I did it, I hate talking about politics because nobody says they follow politics, or doesn't policy just buzzwords. I hate talking about politics because nobody that says they follow politics follows politics or doesn't. Yeah. Wait, I hate talking about politics because nobody that says they follow. So I don't follow politics. I'll say that right now. I don't follow politics. I'm not a political person, but I will talk about political issues because almost every single issue is at the end of the day political. Even something as small as paying taxes, something that everyone in our society already does anyways, is a political issue. So you can't say that, hey, I don't want to involve myself in politics. Just don't say anything at all. At that point, it's best to just not say anything, because the moment you say something, the moment you say I don't want to be in politics, but then the moment you say I don't want to be in politics, at that point, anyone can hold you accountable for anything that you say that will be political. That's why you have to be very careful with your choice of words when it comes to the internet, and this is not like a semantics argument. Like on one hand, there's the whole be careful with what you say because you don't want to have people misinterpret your meaning, and then there's the other side, which is like you kind of get the general idea of what I'm trying to say, but now you're making it a semantics argument to try to distract from the original point that I'm trying to make in the first place. So it's like yes, words are important, but they're not so important that you're going to be completely oblivious to what the other person's trying to say. And if there is this misunderstanding, then you try to work towards helping the other person understand, not saying hey, you're just playing word games, so I'm just not going to be like, hey, stop talking, I'm going to shut you down, I don't care about your opinion because you're just playing word games. So yeah, I know a lot of the stuff that I'm saying probably doesn't make a lot of sense because, again, a lot of it's based off of me talking to people in private conversations, because a lot of what I've been doing over these last 3 months has been behind the scenes. I've been trying to understand what people's viewpoints are. I've been trying to understand what people are really arguing. And my conclusion from these last 3 months is, one, people are obviously upset at the fact that I'm very, very vocal about that I'm just vocal about something political. So there's some people that are just uncomfortable with the fact that I'm being political. So obviously there's that one thing. And then there's some people who are uncomfortable with my actual political opinions, which is fine. But then again, you're also you're saying, you're criticizing me for that, but then you're not saying your political opinion. So if you have anything to say your opinion as well. Otherwise, don't say anything at all. That's my whole take. If you're going to say anything against me, have the balls to say how you truly feel. Don't just say, hey, how dare you say anything at all? Shut up. No, it's my right to say whatever I want. And it's obviously your right to criticize it, but it's also my right to criticize you back for you not now saying your piece to try to contribute to something, to try to solve a problem. So yeah, there you go. Say it with your chest. Oh, I will say it with my chest, because that's the thing. Again, you guys don't, people don't realize this. This is why part something that has frustrated me over these last 3 months is the people that questioned what I was doing without trying to understand what I was doing. There are always people saying like, oh, you know, what are you doing? You're at work. You should be working. What are you doing? I thought you said you weren't gonna say anything. All this kind of stuff. And I'm like, bro, just be patient. You might not understand why I'm doing what I'm doing, but I'm not doing it completely alone. I do have people that are mentoring me throughout this whole process. And so please, unless you have something important to contribute, like you feel like you have something genuinely that can help me, and I'll bring up this person specifically just because they gave me a genuinely helpful piece of advice. Khalil, I got really mad at him one time. We're not going to go over why I got mad at him because it's irrelevant. But the point is...
Hello again, young wizard. How was your fishing trip? Did you manage to catch them all? You did?
Yeah.
Good on you.
So I got mad at him, and I kind of exploded at him in the Discord server. So, and, you know, that was wrong of me. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because he actually gave me a helpful piece of advice that I've stuck with. And it's that to not attack people saying that, like, don't misrepresent what people are saying. Because again, while I didn't mean it this way, it came off as this way. Basically, the way I was saying it was anyone who disagreed with me, I was saying, like, you know, like, hey, you support baby murder, you support baby murder. So at this point, and obviously that's not what I actually meant, but it just came off as that way. So at this point, I'll be very clear about the things that I say. When I say you're being a coward for, you know, saying for criticizing me, but then refusing to say anything, I'm not saying you advocate for baby murder. I'm saying you're a coward, and that's something that is an opinion, not something that's a fact. You advocating for me saying you like baby murder is me trying to claim a fact of someone that's maybe not true, and that's wrong, right? But then me saying you criticizing my political views, but then not giving your political views is a form of cowardice. That is an opinion, and that's something that I will be willing to argue, and I don't think there's anything wrong with me calling someone a coward for being what is, in my view, a coward. So yeah, emotionally charged language and genuine arguments is usually cringe or just anything. Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's the thing, because of the cowardice. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a coward. Today I'm not going to make the argument that there's anything wrong with being a coward. I'm just saying that, you know, it's like a lot of like people that have coward-like actions tend to come from emotional arguments. And sure, my argument does come from emotions, but it comes from emotions in the sense that I'm very sad about the fact that people who live life the same way I do, there's the only difference between me and them is that they're born in Palestine. I was born in Pakistan and I moved to the US at the age of 1 or 2. So I'm just living in the US, living life the exact same way as these people in Palestine are, but they're being treated completely differently just because they spawned there and I spawned here. That's not fair, and that's the part of the argument that's emotional to me. That's the emotional appeal to me. And sure, that's me being emotional, but criticism of that, like, sure, if you want to make that criticism, then tell me what your political views are. I want to see what your political views are. I want to see your emotions come out, because then you're a hypocrite, because you just criticized me for being emotional, but I know for a fact that you will become emotional as soon as you give your political opinions. And when I say you, I'm not referring to y'all in chat. I'm just saying to the person that makes that criticism of me. But yeah, anyways, that's enough political jibber jabber for now.
You catch on quick, kid. I hereby declare you a right proper angler now.
For the video about being blunt or podcast, before we got me to respect him. Are you referring to us? I'm not sure who you're referring to, Josh, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. Like, again, the one content creator who made a video and then publicly like wanted to talk to me about it, and there's one content creator and one person from the community, Marethu and Pluto. Marethu came and talked to me on stream, and we understood each other, and we came to agreement on many things, and we disagreed, and it was great. Pluto came on stream, and we talked it out, and it was great. Everyone else that said something publicly against me and then didn't share their political views, coward. I'm just gonna say it, coward. And sure, go farm all your drama. If your content is that dry that you need to farm drama off this, go for it. Because guess what? I'm doing the Jobless walkthrough, and people love the Jobless walkthrough, and I love the Jobless walkthrough. I can enjoy the game that I've enjoyed for a long time without giving KI a dime, and I'm sure that makes you annoyed. So stay mad, loser. Okay, that's too far. Not loser, but you know, that's... Anyways, I gotta watch myself sometimes. I get a little too passionate sometimes. There's nothing wrong with passion, but yeah, I do gotta watch myself sometimes. Anyways, okay, so first off, let's Did you come at a good time? You came at the best time. You came for dude, this is what I was talking about. When I started the ice walkthrough way back then, when I told people, and for some reason people are forgetting this, I could pull out the episode. I could literally, honestly, when I unprivate my videos, the first thing I should unprivate is that part in the ice walkthrough where I said, I'm not scared of saying how I feel anymore. Because people seem to ignore that fact. Like back then when, you know, I was like very much like politically neutral, people were like, yeah, cool. Like, you know, like safe and politically neutral. This is awesome. This is cool. Yeah, you go based. And now when I take a political stance, to see a lot of those people do a complete 180 and be like, oh, wait, not based. But obviously there's all y'all here in chat. So y'all are based. All y'all here that are still here. I know not all y'all agree with me in chat, but y'all are still here, hearing me out, supporting the Jobless walkthrough, supporting something that we all enjoy. So y'all are based. So there you go. Anyways.
You know, Wizard, as fond as I am of fishing here in Wizard City, there's hardly a better place to fish than Grizzleheim.
Nah, I'm playing it. Yeah. Okay, fine. Not giving them. Well, but then if I say not giving them a penny, then maybe I give them another currency, you know. But yeah.
My old fishing buddy, Ferric Silverscale, knows all the best fishing
Tell us how you really feel. I mean, I just did,
you
yeah.
Should drop him a line.
Okay, so this is another quest that we will not be able to complete. But yeah. Oh, and by the way, chat, I should give some context. I know the last few streams I've been like very quiet on a lot of like political stuff. I've just kind of like, you know, like kind of like said my piece a little bit. There is a reason why I'm like this vocal about it today, because last night when I was yesterday when I was at work and when I came home from work, I realized that that someone had made a video about me, someone that I had openly supported in the past and like given shout outs to, and then they were attacking me in a way where I didn't find out about it until months later. So this guy's just straight up talking behind my back about something, and then there's another content creator also talking behind my back, criticizing something, and both of these are content creators that I've publicly like given shout outs to on stream multiple times, and they're just doing all this. Like it was kind of disgusting in my opinion. So that's kind of why, like, so I am a little bit annoyed from all that. And because of that, like, that's kind of why I've been talking about all this stuff today. So hope that makes things clear. But, you know, vibes are a little spicy right now, a little spicy, but I'm glad to have gotten it off my chest. I did talk to some of my friends about it. Yeah, so I just had to like, there's just like some things had to be said is kind of the main point I'm trying to make. But yeah, it's so foul. Like, dude, again, it's like my thing is I don't mind if people criticize me. But if you're going to criticize me, call me out by name so I can defend myself, so I can be aware of it. And this is more like a preference thing. If you are going to do that public thing, definitely like you know, reach out to me privately first. Cuz that's what I do. If I'm like, first off, I don't like, ever since like the stuff I did with against Blaze Stormcloud, I still feel really bad about that. Ever since what I did to him, what I promised from that point on is, if I'm going to like single out someone, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to single out someone unless they did it to me first. And two, if I even have criticism of someone, I'll do it in a way where it can't be specifically targeted to that person. Like if a specific content creator is doing something, unless it's something that's really harming the community as a whole, I will only criticize them for it publicly if it's done in a way where I can criticize a lot of people without targeting one person specifically. It's easier. It's better to criticize a group because that way you're not personally attacking one individual person, but you're still trying to call out something that is an issue, you know? Are you going to make any non-Wiz content? I am, but I'm just like, I have to figure out how that works. And I still, like, Wiz is still going to be the, like, overwhelming majority of the content on this channel. In fact, I went over at the beginning of the stream, we're now calling it episodes instead of seasons. Every episode is going to be correlated to a video, and that video is going to be based off of trying to achieve a specific goal in this walkthrough that's going to be done through multiple, like, days, multiple streams. So I'm calling the streams days because I think that the whole like calling it day 1, day 2 thing, I really like that concept. I don't want to call it, you know, something generic like stream or episode, stuff like that. But I think episode is still a good way to call it because it's like the walkthrough series is a whole walkthrough series. And then the episode is the specific, like usually you think of a TV episode, there's usually like a plot and then like a resolution and all that kind of stuff, you know? So all that stuff, but yeah. Probably have a different take on IP, but at the end of the day, I'm here for what's kind of drama farming is cringe. Yeah, exactly. Like, see, we disagree on something, but, and again, there will be a time where I will have streams and maybe even content specifically dedicated to talking to people. I'm not even gonna call it a debate because I don't like the term debate. Debate usually implies that you're there just to argue, whereas calling it a discussion is that, hey, I'm trying to learn, you're trying to learn, and at the end of the day, we may disagree with each other, but we're still leaving, both of us having learned more about the other side. And the more you know, the more you learn, the more you earn. I'm sorry, that was so bad. I was trying to make it sound smart, and the more you learn, the more you earn. That's why I'm buying my new Lamborghini here in my garage. Does anyone remember that? The whole Lamborghini stuff? Remember that Ty Lopez guy? The here in my garage guy? Man, am I that old, dude? And I just turned 24. Am I that old? No, there you go. Knowledge. I'm talking about exactly knowledge. How do you justify playing Wiz while not supporting but kind of indirectly still doing so? Feel free to correct me if you don't say it that way. So that's actually a very good point. I'm glad you brought that up. So when I took down my content initially, I was like, there's not going to be any more like support that I give to KI. That's one of the reasons why I took down my content. But it got to a point where, again, my end goal is I want to make a difference, and after a certain time, I'm not really making a difference anymore by keeping my videos down. I'm just hurting any potential of me having an audience to be able to spread my ideas too. So and if it's about being against KI, I can still play Wiz as a product. I can still say that the devs are cool people without supporting KI as a company and their decisions to not support as a company, host some sort of charity or do something for what is, in my opinion, a very neutral cause. You know, again, it's insane that in 2024, after so many like historical atrocities being committed in the past, that in 2024 we're somehow saying it's controversial to host a charity to support children. Like that's still something that is still difficult to wrap around my head. So again, I'm trying to be reasonable and assume that people are just confused. They don't understand that that's literally what I'm standing for at this point against KI. That's what my whole message is. That they're at least on that principle. And again, I've said this in all my videos. I've literally said, don't even support Palestine. Like, don't do any of this. Just do something for like the PCRF. That's not even like how can you even say that? Like, if we're talking about not being political, how is that any more political than, you know, taxes? You know, people talk about taxes on stream. How is feeding children who are suffering in another part of the world while you're in a position where you were lucky enough to be born or have access to a lot of things? How is that, like, you know? So yeah. But yeah, so main point is this series does not financially support KI because I'm paying $0. I'm very openly against KI in all my videos. That's not something like I'm never like playing up anything. And that's also why I'm not doing the budget walkthrough. Why even if I do bring back the budget walkthrough content, I'm not going to be continuing the budget walkthrough until they do something. So yeah. On principle, I cannot like the thing is like on principle, I don't want to financially support something if I don't. So with boycotting, right? There's certain things that you can boycott and there's certain things that are difficult to boycott. Wiz is not a difficult thing to boycott. It's a video game. I'm busy enough in life. I have plenty of other things that I could enjoy doing other than playing Wiz. And if I can play Wiz in a way where I'm not financially supporting KI or even promoting the game, like promoting the company, then that's good enough for me. And this Jobless walkthrough, if anything, if you think about it, it doesn't benefit KI anyway because we're using their servers that they've publicly made. They made a free-to-play part of the game. We're using their servers, but KI's not earning any money off me in this situation. They're only earning money off me if, as a result of people watching my content, they're now paying for other parts of the game, which people are not doing. Like by watching the Jobless walkthrough, if anything, you're more encouraged to be like, hey, let me play these other game modes that don't require me to have to spend money to have fun, you know? Curious, would you support K-Live stream that would be supporting any other marginalized group? So, yes. However, there are certain things where, and again, this comes from religion. There are certain things where it's like, I don't want to use the generalized term marginalized group, because now you have to define, what does marginalized mean? Does marginalized mean basic human rights, like the right to life, the right to have food, or does it mean other things that, again, go against some things that are I truly morally cannot support, you know? So that's why I want to be very careful when I say yes, but, because again, marginalized is a loosely defined term. So, on general principle, basic human rights are the right to life, the right to not have to starve, the right to have opportunity to be able to, you know, do normal human things, which is, you know, survive, obviously, education, learning, knowledge, and being able to have a family. Being like those are, again, I don't have really like a defined, you know, human rights term, but I feel like those are 4 pretty basic human rights: being allowed to survive, being allowed to gain knowledge, and being allowed to, you know, do what all animals do, which is procreate. But yeah. Replaceable. Oh yeah, for sure. No, yeah. So, oh yeah. In that case, absolutely yes. Any group that is on any basis, unless they're like, no, yeah, there's no unless, because I was thinking like, you know, maybe there's someone convicted of a crime, but even then, even for people who are heinous criminals, there's still a way to punish them. You do it through a court of law. And actually, I went the last stream, we actually recently found out that was it last stream? Maybe it was 2 streams ago. It was when Trump got when there was an assassination attempt on Trump, and you know, obviously I'm of course against any kind of U.S. politician. I'm very heavily against them. But right, like when that happened, I was literally immediately like, this is not the way. I was like, no matter how heinous of a crime you've committed, unless you are an active duty soldier in a time of war, active duty like on the battlefield, or you know, in a battlefield situation, and you are a soldier, you should go through a proper court procedure. And if there's capital punishment is fitting of the whatever crimes you're guilty of, then you should go through a proper court procedure, and there should be a proper, like, agreed upon method of execution. Not vigilante justice, as in, like, you know, again, even if we assume a politician is guilty of a capital crime, you don't go and assassinate someone or try to like do vigilante stuff. You have them drag them through the court system. That's how a civilized society works. Like anything except that, in my opinion, is just barbarism. Like vigilanteism is barbarism, in my opinion. If you don't go through a court system and you're just a vigilante, that's just like what are we doing here? And again, that's why I make the exception for times of war. War is a different situation, but now you have to define what are the rules of war. And that's also something that I'm willing to, again, we're not going to get too in depth into things today, but war is a very, like, it's something that we're going to say is loosely defined for now, until because there's a whole separate stream where we talk about the rules of war, that kind of stuff, you know? But yeah. ICJ, I won't even say ICJ, because, like, if you think about it, a lot of the injustices in the world today are caused by the very system that is the justice system itself. Like, a lot of like the way people get in power is by abusing legal methods. It's not like we're living in a day today where it's like an individual person can't just like brute force their way and just like we're living in the age of guns, right? All it takes to stop the strongest man physically in the world is a bullet. Like the weakest man in the world can stop the strongest man in the world with just a bullet. If you don't have anything but a gun, you're on an even playing field. At that point, whoever's more skilled with the gun is gonna win the battle, is gonna win the fight. So because of that, there's a lot like it's a lot harder to gain power in terms of like brute strength. You do things, you gain power by abusing things legally, by, you know, seeing, hey, what illegal things can I do that will get slid under the rug that I can get away with, and what legal things can I do to get this power, that kind of stuff, you know? But yeah. Get Batman that? Lamar, Simon Richard, you can done now? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, Lamar? What are you talking about? I think the pond reset, by the way. Yeah, because I think it's like every 20 minutes. Oh, wait, we've been streaming for 40 minutes? Oh my goodness. Which honestly, yeah, dude, fishing was only supposed to be like a small part of the stream, but it's like going to be half the stream, which I guess is fine because honestly, we probably don't have that much questing left anyways today, so questing might not be that much of the stream anyways. No more political talk? Well, Lamar, okay, fair enough. Again, I don't want to make politics too big of a part of the stream because again, like it can get tiring sometimes to talk about this stuff. But yeah. So today I just had to go through it because like there's been some recent things that I've found out behind the scenes that have happened behind my back, and I just kind of had to get things off my chest. Let's hope this is the last political stream. Well, okay, first off, sure, if you want to consider this a political stream, sure, it is kind of political because I've made it that way, but it's like I kind of had to because there were some things that I needed to get off my chest. And again, if you go back to the ice walkthrough, I specifically said that there would be some things that I would say that are going to be political. I'm not against politics. Again, there are going to be political things. So yeah, thought on the Indo-Pakistan War of '71. Honestly, there's a lot from that history that I myself need to study because they're like even on that front, like I'm Pakistani, but one thing I've realized is, again, it's like the root cause of a lot of evil, in my opinion, is tribalism. And even though I'm Pakistani, I'm not going to deny the fact that, I guess, my side or whatever, because again, I hate this whole me versus you type thing. This whole me versus you, this tribalism, in my opinion, is the reason why the world is so, like, awful today. But again, I guess if you consider it my side, like Pakistan did some heinous stuff during all that. Like, there's no innocent party in all that. So the innocent parties are the civilians, the women and children, and men who like weren't committing the heinous crimes, you know. But yeah, Omar, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of politics. Like again, there's some people that like I know you want to avoid the politics, but there's some people out there that can't avoid them. That's why I'm not going to completely be silent on them. If you can't handle any politics at all, then I mean maybe this is not the right place for you because there's going to be politics mentioned on the stream. I don't want to develop an audience that's going to be so against politics that if we have a stream where there's a lot of political stuff to talk about, you know, we're just going to like always be like, hey, can we please stop talking about politics and stuff. But yeah, and again, it's not going to be every stream. Today there's just, again, I'll reiterate, today there's something that happened last night that I had to get off my chest. That's why we've been talking about all this stuff today. So, yeah. But yeah. That's my 2 cents, or I guess 50 minutes. But yeah. It's who you and something that is unavoidable. Exactly, yeah. Today it was unavoidable because if I didn't talk about this stuff, I would be internalizing it, and by internalizing it, I can't. Like, the stream would be very obviously low quality. Like, one of the issues with streamers that hold everything inside, if you're not expressive as a streamer about what's affecting you, you're not going to be able to have as high quality of stream because you're going to have things on your mind that you have to get off the chest. And now by internalizing them and not talking about them, like if I just came today on stream and just focused solely on the fishing, the pet searching, the questing, the bazaar gear that I'm going to buy towards the end of the stream, if I focused on just these goals, it would have been a really terrible quality stream where I would have sounded like I hated my life because there's some things that I just want to get off my chest. Now by getting these things off my chest and by being able to bounce my ideas off people, I feel a lot better now, you know? I feel great. So, you know? If that makes you uncomfortable, then I should remind you, this is my stream. I'm not doing streams. I'm doing streams because it's something that I find fun, and it's because it's something that other people find fun. If this is not suitable for you, then maybe this isn't the place for you. But yeah, you're free now. But yeah. Anyways, so that's it for fishing. We only have 7 minutes left of our elixir at this point. I think I'm good with fishing. 46,000 gold is not bad at all. Obviously, each time we do fishing, I think we get like 15,000 gold. I think that's how much we got. So I think 15,000 is a reasonable number to expect. So, honestly, at this point, I don't think we can get the red. Actually, no, I take that back. I was gonna say we can't get the red barn farm, but we're guaranteed to get 1 to 3 more fishing globes just off of the leveling up. So, you know, we get 15, 15. So another 45,000. So that's 90,000. And then we also have 2 more days, which is another 30,000. Ooh, that's going to be very close. But I think that combined with all the farming, I think Thursday's stream, we should definitely be able to buy the Red Barn farm. Because again, I'm gonna pull up the sticky note again. This is what we had. So buying the Red Barn farm is our final goal for episode 1. And so yeah, at this point we've completed our fishing quest. So now we're gonna do our pet search quests, which is probably gonna be a little boring, cause I mean, yeah, okay, to collect. Okay, so first off, we can't do this. We can't do this. We can do these 2, and there's nothing else. Let me see. Is there anything else? Oh wait. There's Diego the Duel Master. What's that about? Let's accept every quest that we can, because the reason why I wanted to do the fishing quest was because when I pressed this, it brought me to the fishing guy. So now let's go to Diego. Let's see what Diego has to say. This quest finder feature is very helpful. For a free-to-play player, you're able to find all of your quests through this. Having dinner with grandmother, peace out. Yo, enjoy dinner, CSI. Thanks for tuning in today, and thanks for the discussion. I really appreciate it.
Wizard, at last you have come.
Peace out.
Any longer and I may have perished under the weight of this disrespect. You see, my friend, I have been burgled. A priceless family heirloom was stolen by my most archest of nemesis, my evil twin brother, Roberto. He's wanted the item since we were colts. I tried to confront the fiend, but he secured himself behind
dinner.
a
See you later.
wooden
Appreciate you tuning in,
skeleton
Limbo. Enjoy dinner.
Powerful word I thought only a legend until now. I'm certain there's a way to unlock the bony barrier, but I'm too busy training new students.
What is this quest? I've never heard of this before.
Research myself. However, I did hear there's a new
What?
assistant in the library whose focus is
Skeleton
in
keys and
locks.
locks.
Could
Bro.
I impose upon you to consult him?
Sure. I mean, dude, 100 XP. That's very good. Oh, and introduce you. Wait, so do we get access to a wooden key? I think we get a wooden key for this, right? Does that mean we have access to a wood key boss? Isn't there a wood key thing in like the drains? Wait, I'm actually... Ooh, I'm interested. Ah, I see. Wait, I could save that for Krampus then, right? Okay, this is the one wooden key we'll be able to get for... I mean, I guess... Can you garden for wooden keys, or is that not a thing? If wooden keys are an infinite... I should probably look it up. Wizard101 wooden skeleton key. There's a crafting recipe, which I'm assuming is through... Actually, okay, we can get an infinite... Oh, wait. Maxwell Sharp. Oh, what is a wood button? Oh, it's from Rate My Stitch. So we can make wood keys through the Rate My Stitch event, but... Is that really... I guess that's the only place you can make them? Because it looks like that's the only crafting recipe that exists. Yeah. But still, that is cool. You can technically... You can't get them through gardening, yeah. But you can get them from... You can get them from crafting, though. Like, you can... Like, so, during this series, we will be able to technically get an infinite amount of them. It's just, you know, obviously, how grindy is the Rate My Stitch event going to be? And how well are we going to be able to compete in... Like, Rate My Stitch is an interesting event, because... We're at a disadvantage by not having access to as much stitchable stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be tough, but... And plus, Rate My Stitch is just going to be a weird event, because it's based on what other people rate you. And if people rate me higher, just because I'm making this as a series, is a person going to be able to reasonably follow along with that? We're going to have to see. We'll have to see. We'll explore that when we get to it.
Oh, can I help you? Diego the Duel Master seeks information about a wooden skeleton lock. Why, that happens to be my field of expertise. Skeleton locks are enchanted doors that can only be opened by a corresponding key. Thus, Diego's wooden lock requires a wooden skeleton key.
What does that laugh?
These keys are typically quite difficult to come by, coveted as they are by what I call bad folk, and they shatter after only one use. Fortunately for you, I have a wooden skeleton key I can part with if you take this keyring with you on your adventures. The keyring detects nearby skeleton keys and sends data back to me for my continuing research. Plus, it will mark your map with key locations. Well, I bid you and Diego good luck with whatever waits behind that wooden skeleton lock. I'm counting on you to explore the entire spiral.
all you have to do is rate other people's stitches, and you can get stitch token, stitch. Oh, okay, well, that's good. Yeah, that's yeah. So perfect. So that's it's nice that King's Isle is expanding more on events, and it kind of sucks when people say things like, you know, against the events, because you have to keep in mind that when King's Isle does things like adding a new event to the game, that helps people that don't want to spend money on the game from being able to be a part of the Wiz community without having to spend money. It's like a free to play way to continue being a part of the community. Well, yeah, stitching technically is free by getting stitch tokens now. So it's no longer like, first off, you could already do it through trivia, but like even after that, they now made it so that there's an event around stitching which you can get stitch tokens to be able to do stitching.
You found your first skeleton key. These enchanted keys unlock powerfully warded doors, behind which you'll discover great rewards. Different types of skeleton keys will open different kinds of locks, so pay attention. And each skeleton key can only be used once. Remember that great reward is often won only through great risk, so be wary of the monsters you discover behind locked doors.
Man, I miss her voice. Rest in peace. Yep, that is Grandmother Raven. Dude, she literally carried the dialogue for like again, one of the fact that the whole Grandmother Raven stuff in Grizzleheim in Wintertusk is one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite worlds. So it is like really, you know, it is obviously sad.
You're back! What did the librarian's assistant say? We need a wooden skeleton key? Of course! Curse this bad luck. What's that? The librarian's assistant gave you a wooden skeleton key? I knew you'd come through for me. That's why I hate to beg another favor of you. Will you duel Roberto and recover my precious heirloom? Let me explain. As much as I would love to battle my brother, honor forbids it. You see, Roberto and I both made an oath to our mother on her deathbed that we would never take up arms against family. However, we also made an oath to our father on his deathbed that we never back down from a challenge. So I must fight him. You see my difficulty.
Okay. Wait, I forgot, is Diego brothers or friends with Benedict Glendemming from Wisteria?
Roberto stole the heirloom knowing I'd be unable to personally retaliate. But there is no dishonor if I send a proxy. Especially not if that proxy is my most prized pupil who learned everything they know about dueling from me.
Sure.
Will you do it?
I got you.
Thank you, my friend.
I got you,
You
homie.
can find Roberto in his hidden lair. I'll mark your map.
All right. Oh yeah. So did they remove these spells from the professors? Oh wait, hold on. I guess did they? I'm not sure. If they did, that would be a good thing, because it was always very confusing that there's a bunch of PvP only spells on professors. They did. That's good. Honestly, dude, there was like one thing that really annoyed me when they added these spells was that my entire like spell log, whenever I do training points buybacks, was like littered with these things that I didn't really care about that much at the time. So I'm really glad that they got rid of these. And also they changed the card text on them, so it's very clear what they do. Plus this feature where you right click on a card to see what it's about, like they made a lot of really good changes over the year that I've been gone. I will commend them for that. But yeah, shouldn't be the first time they added them. But yeah, so okay, so we have to go to Old Town. Wait, what's that? Whoa, wait, what? Weekly class project? What? Oh, is that no, yeah. What is weekly class project? Wait. Okay, I've never heard of that. Chad, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. I wanna. Wait, actually, I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought it was just level 12 is like, I thought level 10 the only thing we're gonna get from that is Bazaar gear, but there's more. There's more content, chat. Oh, wait. Oh, you don't have to be level 12 to do Beast Moon? Wait, so we don't even have to get to level 12. Wait, that changes things. Wait, are you telling me I only have to be level 10 to do decathlon? Wait. Almond. Do I only have to be level 10 to do decathlon in Beast Moon? Is that a thing? Like the events tab, is that level 10 plus or is that level 12 plus? Because this whole time I thought that was level 12 plus. But if it's level 10 plus, we may not have to do much grinding at all, if any. Wait a minute. Wait, bro, this whole time I thought we had to get to level 12. I was like, dude, how are we gonna do it? We're gonna have to do so much XP grinding. Wait, you mean to tell me all this time that I just spent trying to figure out how XP grinding works was a waste? Oh my goodness, that's crazy. You know what? Honestly, that makes me feel better because one, I now know a lot about XP grinding to the point where once we do have to get to XP grinding, because don't forget, daily assignments are part of that. Just as a thing to do free to play. It is a part of that. But if that's the case, then, you know, although wait, no, never mind. I take it back. If we want to do gardening, I mean, we can experience decathlon without gardening, but like gardening is also a way to get gold, so it's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know how much health this guy has. He is a fire boss, so let's just go ahead and add a bunch of bats. And obviously let's do this. So what other 0 pip spells actually, this is a good spell. Whoa, my thing is lagging like crazy. Let's do a golem minion, and then honestly, yeah, why is it lagging?
Right into my trap, my foolish bra. Wait, you are not my brother.
Roberto,
Does that coward, Diego?
you go rest now. Yo, thanks for tuning in, Almond. Hope you're having a good day.
So be it.
Hope the I forgot what you said you were doing earlier, but whatever you were doing, I hope it went well. Oh yeah, I should keep my happiness because I need that for the pet quest. Okay, I kind of messed up because I didn't pull my. Wait, he only has 300. Wait, this is what am I freaking out about? This guy's like, this is literally light work. I just have to shield bats or shield bats 1 pip. Wait, I turned on Bloom for this stream. Bloom active. That makes it. Oh my goodness. That's hurting my eyes. Yo, can I turn that off? Okay. Please. Okay. Save my eyes, save y'all's eyes. That's a little bit too much for me. If I pull a golem, that should be my next move, because golem makes it so that I can use a 0 pip spell to build pips, but then also if I fizzle my next spell, my minion has a chance to power. I didn't pull it though, and if I use this, then that's just a waste. Let's just shield. Fizzle. Alright. Troll. Let's troll him. I was gonna say, can you fight this guy again? Which you probably can, but we don't have infinite. We use skeleton keys. Wizard101 Roberto. What can you get from Roberto? Because if he's a wooden key boss, I'm assuming.
Enough! Here, give the baby his toy back. I only stole it to irk him. But it's
wait, that's really good.
To see the look on his stupid face.
Stupid face.
It clearly isn't lucky at all.
Hey, we got a socket
Wouldn't
wrench.
even help me defeat a lowly whelp like you. Just take that piece of junk and get out! Get out of here!
I don't think there's anything that we could have gotten from that. Like, we could have gotten a wood key back. We could have gotten a socket wrench. Antique deck. Not really. We could get that from field guards. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that we could have gotten from him. Yeah, not a whole lot. Like there's a rope, like Peridot studded cloak, Peridot studded boots. How good are these? Not really that good. The cure. Yeah, like you get them from the main quest too, which yeah, we don't really care about it too much. You know. So can drop 70. Yeah, I mean we're gonna get a permanent mount anyway, so I don't really care about it too much. Okay, let's go back to Diego. A badge though? Did we get the badge? I don't know. Also, so this novice socket wrench is very good because, I think, I mean, I'd have to see, but I want to see if we can use it to unlock an amulet that can allow us to socket Arch Mastery. Not that Arch Mastery will be that helpful, but it could be helpful for the purposes of XP grinding. But that would, like, XP grinding is something I should save for when I, like, do more research on it and find out which school it is that I want to try XP grinding on. And there also has to be a good purpose to XP grind in the first place. Like, I have to be able to unlock something free to play by XP grinding. So far, the only thing I can think of is unlocking a level 16 spell, which can help us with, I guess, more XP grinding, but it would have to be for another purpose other than XP grinding in and of itself. So, yeah.
You've returned with my great-grandsire lucky unicorn shoe. I knew that scoundrel Roberto would be no match for my favorite pupil. It's a good thing the librarian's assistant that no one had ever heard of before literally had the key to solving this problem, no? Indeed. Just see, my friend, this unicorn shoe brings luck to everyone. Well, for everyone but Roberto, that is. Hey, thank you again.
Thank you, sir. That was a fun quest line. Okay, is there anything else to do? No available quests in this world. Okay, so... Wow, wait, so you're telling me you can do all the side quests in Wizard City and not hit level 10? Huh. Although I guess then again, we are missing out on so many side quests by not doing Firecat Alley and stuff. So let's just do this play as pet stuff for the rest of the stream. Actually, let's first offer some snacks. Let's do the cheapest snacks first. How much does it cost? 5 per minute. That's crazy. That's a bit too much. That gives us what? 8 minutes worth of stuff? Dude, I have to complete these quests in 8 minutes? Okay, shopping district and commons. Okay, so shopping district and commons. Okay, wait, that's not too bad. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Simon. Appreciate it. Yeah, Active Bloom does that like stuff, which can be cool sometimes, but you definitely want to turn your brightness down before you deal with any of that, because that can, dude, especially Winter Tusk, man. Dude, if you go to Winter Tusk or Ravenscar and you have the Bloom active on, you're gonna get actually flashbanged. All right, let's. Okay. Dirt Mound in the commons, so it's in this direction. Cancel play as pet. Okay, I guess if you get off your pet stuff, then it probably saves you some energy. Right, because it's still at 41 out of 100, so that's good. Wait, what? That was close by.
The lady don't protect too much, methinks.
Wait, why didn't it just guide us to the closer one? Why do we have to go all the way there? I guess it's not that much closer. Let's just stay as pet. I think 8 minutes should be plenty of time to get the stuff in these two areas. Oh yeah, which badge did I get? I wasn't paying attention. If anyone knows off the top of their head. don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm like I'm super in the zone right now. I've never been this silent in a long time on stream for that much of like I was like so laser focused. I was starting to tunnel vision. I almost forgot I was streaming for a second. I am super focused. Let's check out the badge that we got. Honestly, I was watching a little bit of the budget walkthrough stuff in the past. From the past, sorry. And there were times that I noticed where I do just get laser focused in, and people actually like that for some reason. So maybe I need to stop talking sometimes, because sometimes what people really like is they like to be immersed in the laser focusing. It may be under the Wizard City category badges, dude. Alright, I got you. Wizard City. I'll just do all available badges. Roberto Combato. Oh, I like this. Roberto Combato. I don't even know if I said that right, but a way to get couch potatoes free to play. There is, but there's no way to take. As far as I know, there's no way to garden them free to play without relying on like a member benefit that, or sorry, not a member, a free member time / getting trivia crowns to get the large plot spell. Because as far as I know, there's no large planter or large pot. So there's no way to actually plant the couch potatoes once you get them. So yes, you can get couch potatoes, but you can't plant them. So there's no point in getting them. So that's why our alternative is going to be Deadly Elephant Ears. That's going to be the best free-to-play plant that we can get, and the way we get Deadly Elephant Ears. And again, we're going to get more into this once we get into episode 2, which is going to be after I get back from Friend's wedding. But during episode 2, we're going to be doing gardening, and we're going to be going through the whole process of getting Deadly Elephant Ears, which starts from Elephant Ears and getting Ultra Elephant Ears, and getting the crowns Deadly Elephant Ears.
Ah, your pet found them all! Well done indeed! You never know what you might find if you keep your eyes open, and your pet's eyes too!
Nice. We got some snacks back, which honestly, I used 10 happiness and I got 9 back, so I really only spent 2 pet like 2 net pet happiness, which honestly I could have saved some of my pet snacks, but that's fine. But yeah. Spell favorites? They should do that, honestly. There's a lot of stuff that they should add. Like, honestly, instead of having multiple decks to save deck setups, because decks have stats as an identity tied to them, and, you know, different decks, like, have different amount of copies that you can have, they should make it so you can save different deck layouts to one deck. Or having deck layouts as a separate thing unrelated to the actual deck you have equipped. Because, like, people obviously do different things in the game. They do PvP, they do different kinds of combat, they do farming, they do questing, and obviously people have different decks, but because decks take up inventory space, I think that's kind of dumb. I think that should be, like, you should be able to, like, the actual, like, deck layout should be a separate thing. And then maybe it can be tied to a deck, because obviously you can't, certain deck setups can't go if, for example, you can't carry that many of a certain card. So that what they should do then is, for each deck that you get, you can have up to, like, let's say you have up to, like, 5 different layouts or whatever, 10 different layouts, whatever you want. And, you know, dare I say, if this is what it requires for King's Isle to make this feature, make it so that you can unlock that on a deck, and make it so that you can also pay to be able to unlock it as well, to do it faster. Boom. Now you have a nice new addition to the game. That's a convenience edition, but you can also make money off of it. Dude, King's Isle should hire me for ideas, dude. I swear. I'll like, if King's Isle hired me, I'd be able to make them so much money. I'd be able to make them money without having them to rely on the gambling. Like, they should just hire me for marketing. Like bro, Decius, like, Jetsers, like, hire me as an intern, and I'll give you the best ideas. Not saying Decius does a bad job. He does a good job. He has to follow what the company wants from him. And I won't hold the decisions that KI makes in terms of having everything locked behind a pack on him, because at the end of the day, his job is to market, at least from what like, as far as I am aware. Okay, wait, I just realized there's this new badge tab. Okay. Wait, but it doesn't disappear though. Huh. Okay, that's... I guess it goes away once you log out of your character, so yeah, maybe... Honestly, maybe that's what it is. Maybe once you log out of your character, it goes away. Anyways, let's go to Triton Avenue. No, I'm not going to use it for at least for this... Maybe I'll change my mind in a different... Like, when we go on a different episode or whatever, when we go to episode 2 of the walkthrough series. But for right now, for episode 1, we're going to stick with these rules. And honestly, even for episode 2, because it's going to be focused on gardening, I want to stick with these rules. So, for now, I'm going to say no. And even for the, like, indefinitely, I think it will be no. Again, I'm saying indefinitely because I may change my mind. I don't want to say never. But I feel like it just defeats the purpose of the series if we use the limited time member things to get access to things that are available to members. The whole point of this series is that we're not going to be using membership, because at that point, why care about anything at all if we're going to allow memberships in the series? Why even do the series at all in the first place? The whole point of it is we're challenging ourselves, because having free membership is a thing they started doing recently. So if we were to all of a sudden decide, hey, no, right now it's okay to use membership, when the whole point of the series is, hey, let's use the nostalgic feeling of despair when you hit the paywall, but try to turn it into, hey, how does that feeling apply to today where there's a lot more to do in the game, you know? But yeah. Wait, you can get evil magma pieces free to play too? I thought you could only get deadly elephant ears. Wait, that's huge if true. Cause dude, if I could do EMPs, those are plants that I could get like the really good mega stacks from. And those give me like, I'm pretty sure those give like other useful TC as well, whereas deadly elephant ears are mainly for like the half mega snacks. Wait, I have to look into it. Cause the whole time I was just like, you know, deadly elephant ears is the only way. Dakota Deathblade, I think absolutely KingsIsle is kind of insane for not making Arc 1 free. KingsIsle is unique. Like, compared to other MMOs that have many levels and many different like expansions and stuff, if you want to call each arc like an expansion of Wiz, or each world an expansion, or I don't know if that's like the correct term to use, but if you want to make that comparison, because the most appropriate type of game to compare Wiz to would be other MMOs. And in other MMOs, after they've done so many levels, they end up making the first parts of the game free to attract more players. And KingsIsle has said that, they have said that on KI Lives and stuff, that they do these limited time things to test out the data. But, of course, that data is kept to themselves. And if we take their word for it, it seems like the data supports that a permanent free membership is not something that would be beneficial to them, which I still don't see how they can make that claim without doing it for an extended period of time. They do it for such a limited amount of time that, you know, how can you make that claim, you know? Where's it? Oh, there it is. Buried deck. Oh, you'd have to do fishing. Oh, that's right. Wait, actually, so yeah, you're actually right. Actually, I can't believe I forgot that myself. Yeah, you can technically get them. Wait, that means we could get the... Wait! We could get the battle narwhal. Oh, that would take so long, though. That would take so long. No, that would take forever, because without... Nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Because, unless... Wait. Fishing benefit elixir, is that a thing? But then again, how long would that fishing benefit... yeah, it's not worth it. Because the reason why battle narwhal would work is because you have an entire weekend where you're just able to infinitely fish for 0 energy. But a fishing benefit elixir doesn't last that long. It would probably last like maybe an hour or something like that. Yearly anniversary code, yeah. And also I said myself that I don't want to use codes during this series, because codes are also limited time things that if someone misses out on, they won't have access to it for a long time. The only exception I'm willing to make for limited time things is lost pages and 5 boxes events. And that's because, yeah, while those are limited time things that only come once a year, it's still something that is nostalgic and it's not membership, and it's in the game. So it's a limited time event that's in the game, and it's not membership. Those two things alone are enough for me to be like, yeah, I can use those. Membership is membership. That's why I just don't want to use membership. So yeah.
Thanks, Wizard. It would have been hard to replace these. I hope I get to work with you again.
Exactly, Adam
Just
Grounder.
under
Exactly.
less apocalyptic circumstances.
Dude, if the first arc was free, this series would be insane because we have access to rematches, we have access to PvP, we have access to more resources for decathlon as well. We have access to higher level spells, TCs, Spellement farming. Like, there is so much that we'd be able to do if Arc 1 was free. So because of that, because I'm heavily biased, it's kind of hard for me to have an argument that doesn't come from a place of just complete bias to say, yeah, this is a great idea, they should make the game free, because yeah, it would definitely benefit someone like me. So yeah, but yeah. Anyways, okay, so we finished that quest. Okay, wait, I think we're done. Yeah, wait, we're done questing. So we could get the smiths that we can get. We could do, you know, like we could do... we can't do any of that. We could do Black Hope Tower. We could do... Technically these two we can't do because we have to... You know, we have to like teleport to someone in there, which I don't want to do because I'd have to add someone then. Let me see, what can I only do team up on things that I've done? I'm pretty sure, or actually no, I think team up is only available to level 12 plus anyways. Let's find out. Because otherwise it looks like, so we did the pet search quest. We're done with all possible questing minus the fact that we can technically do other things. But honestly, I'd rather get started with the XP grind. You can, but so I'm assuming it's not showing up because it's not, like, it has to be something that I have unlocked. So yeah, we can't do that. You don't need to add, yeah, but I don't want to add people to group. So adding people to group falls under adding someone to friends. It's the same principle. I guess I didn't technically mention that in the rules, but just because technically it's not already in the rules, it still violates the same principle that I want to do things on my own. I don't want to rely on other people. So because I'm not adding friends, I'm not adding people to group either. So yeah. No, I'm not. Guilds involves other people. For now, I want to explore as much as I possibly can without doing anything that involves adding people. So Beast Moon, Decathlon, all that stuff is going to be like what's explored. Okay, so at this point, since we are done with all that stuff, let's go, and I'm going to hide the quest thingy. Where's the quest helper? Yeah, quest finder, we're going to go... Not quest finder... Quest helper we're going to turn off so that this is gone. And at this point we're going to focus on XP grinding. So okay, so I've done a lot of testing on how XP grinding works. The way it works is for XP grinding, in terms of getting XP from specifically from combat rewards, like when you do combat, for example, we got 60 XP for beating that you know, Roberto, Diego's brother. We got 60 XP for that. Your XP does not depend on who you're fighting. You could fight any boss in the world. Any boss, a lost soul inherently will be just as useful in giving you XP as Titan's Trident will. Because your XP depends on what you do in the battle, not what anyone else does. As long as you are in the battle, while you are in the battle, whatever spells you cast, as long as you win the battle and you stay for the end of the victory of that battle, you get the same amount of XP depending on what you yourself do. So the way it works is for casting any spell, 0 pip or 1 pip, you're guaranteed 3 XP. After that, per pip that you spend, it's 3 XP per pip. However, it's not per pip, it's per mana that you spend. Therefore, fizzling is the best thing that could happen to you for XP grinding, which is why storm spells themselves are the best spells to cast for XP grinding. Now, there is a specific way that you can use TCs to maximize this effect. Obviously, we want to conserve our gold for now until we get the Red Barn farm. Plus, yeah, so we're just gonna, and because we hit level 10, we get access to Storm Shark anyways. We're not gonna go too crazy with trying to buy TCs for now. For now, we're gonna see how much we can do with, you know, the free-to-play stuff. Plus, once we hit level 10, we get access to another 0 pip spell as well. But I'm going to Let's see. Yeah, so we're gonna have these, and then I want to kill with a spell that lightning bats, because one, again, fizzles are very good for us. Fizzles help you in XP grinding, because if I fizzle, that's 2 mana spent, which means I get 6 XP for attempting to cast that spell. But I fizzled, which means the combat still keeps on going on, which means I can get more XP from that fight without having to go through the cooldown of joining the battle, the invisibility cooldown, all that stuff. But now now I've spent 2 mana, which means I get 2 XP, and fizzling is a very fast animation time, because animation time is a factor if we're thinking about how much XP we get in a short amount of time as possible. So we're gonna fight, and the reason why I'm choosing Sergeant Skullsplitter over Harvest Lord is because he has an easier minion. The Scarlet Screamer does less damage, and it's still very easy to kill because she doesn't Storm Shield. It's actually a Scarlet Screecher, not even a Scarlet Screamer, which is different because the Scarlet Screecher has a minus 50% outgoing damage boost, which makes it easier to tank this fight compared to, like, you know, a Scarlet Screamer. But point is, less DPP output, less health from these guys, minus the Scarlet Screecher, which is still very easily killable by a bats, can't cast a Storm Shield. Plus, the thing I'm looking for from these bosses is that you can get the Elven Storm Cap. For now, that's like the best hat I can get. And if I'm going to be doing XP grinding, which is reliant on combat, Lost Souls are the best mobs to fight. But if I can XP grind while trying to farm for my hat at the same time, I'd rather do both things at the same time. So that's why we're doing what we're doing. So yeah. I'm going to keep minions in. I'm going to keep heals. So minion will be like a finisher if my hits aren't enough to kill. Otherwise, I think my goal is to just use as many hits as possible. And yeah, honestly. So these hit spells are going to give us a lot. Like, they give us 2 XP per hit that we use. But they do cost animation time. But I think, and actually let me look at my data here. XP grind Wiz. So Lightning Bat's XP per hour on its own is 2 pips, 1660, whereas casting a 0 pip effect is 1200. Same thing with casting a Golem Puppet is 1200. Actually no, a single effect is 1540. These are double effect, which is 1350, 1540. And by the way, these numbers probably make no sense to you guys. I will make a guide that describes XP grinding at some point. That's one of the things that's one of the reasons why I was spending all this time trying to model this. But okay, Pixie's very good actually. That's 1960. Pixie's a very good spell. Troll I didn't do the math for because storm spells are the best because you can fizzle those. Those are the best spells. But okay, Bats was okay. Never mind. Bats is actually 2458. When you factor in the fizzles, Bats is 2458. It's 1660 before you factor in the fizzles. Over a long period of time, Bats is actually my best move. So we're gonna keep Bats, although he has 470 HP. So 2 Bats is enough to kill Sergeant Skullsplitter, and 1 Bats is enough to kill the Scarlet Screecher. So honestly, let's see. So Bats. Heal. Okay, perfect. Honestly, we don't need anything more than this, because each shield allows us to use 1 heal. So we have 3 shields for 3 heals, and each trap allows us to use 1 hit. So we have 1 trap for each hit. And the point of the trap is not to buff our hits, it's to use a spell, because for each trap we use, we get 3 XP. This is going to make sense. You can fight the boss again and get the XP the initial fight quest gave you. Well, yes, if there's a quest, but for free to play, you can't. There's no instance dungeons in free to play Wiz, unless you do like Winterbane Hall. But then again, that violates the friend ad rule. So yeah. Or we'd have to use like a limited time event, which there is no currently limited time event going on. So yeah. I want to save my treasure cards, so I'm just gonna get rid of these. Actually, it doesn't hurt to have them in there. I'll keep, like, as backup hits, I'll keep those ones in there. This actually hurts us in this instance, so yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I should still have a puppet in just in case. So yeah, even though technically Sergeant Skullsplitter does die, he can use Ghoul, and just in case he heals with Ghoul, just to be safe, I'd rather have a puppet in as infinite damage. I mean, I also have this too, so I guess it's not that big of a deal, but yeah. Let's do this. Let's Bats. Let's shield again. Bats. Actually, we're going to save the other Bats for when I can double Bats, just to avoid any potential Ghoul. Stuff like that. For now, we'll shield Bats the Banshee so that we're not taking as much damage. Then shield, heal, shield, heal, shield, heal. So yeah, 475, yeah. Bats does 245, which is 490 base damage for 2 bats. So we should be able to easily kill. Or 470, that's how much he has. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. And yeah, Scarlet Screecher cannot, from what I saw, cannot use Storm Shield. Okay, that's good. It's good that we fizzled. Because we for fizzling that bats, we got 6 XP and we had to use very little animation time. I believe it's 5 seconds is how much I calculated it out to be. It's like 4.5 to 5 seconds for a fizzle from my end. So that's very, very good. Although I was testing this on a max character. Okay, that's even better. That's really good. It's good. It's actually like I know it might be like insane that I'm fizzling, but this is very good. This helps us. We're getting more XP while saving a lot of time. Also, right now to get to level 10, I think we only need 400 XP, so it won't take us very long to get to level 10 from XP grinding. XP is calculated via the amount of mana you use in the battle and the amount of 0 pip spells you cast in the battle, yes. So fizzling a spell, because you spent mana on that spell, you still get the exact same amount of XP, but by fizzling the spell, you saved animation time. And 0 pip spells, while they don't cost mana, you still get the same amount that you'd get as if you casted a 1 pip spell. So 0 pip spells help you build pips to cast your higher pip spells, but then also are very low animation time, and they still give you XP. So yeah. What I would do here if I had a lot of gold is I would use a Kraken TC. That way I could just kill him in 1 hit. Guaranteed, without having to worry about Ghoul. Right now I just have to worry about Ghoul, so that's why I want to wait until I can bats him twice. So yeah. Might explain a lot of level grinding from back in the day. Yeah. Yeah. I obviously had to test all this stuff out, because the wiki said it's based on the pip cost of the spell that you cast, but it's based on the mana that you spend. Because the wiki makes it seem like you have to power your spell, like fizzling a spell is a bad thing. Or it doesn't make it seem like that, but it doesn't like outright tell you that, you know, fizzling a spell is a good thing, that it's based on the mana you spend. So, when in reality it's based on the mana that you spend. Yeah, this is just gonna be a lot of grinding now, so yeah. Farm Rattlebones? What do I get from Rattlebones though? I know I get the Rattlebones Exalted duel, but I don't think I really want that right now. There's not a whole lot, like, I mean, I could get Ultra Plants from that, I guess, but now I have to, as a very low level without having access to very good gear and good pets right now, I'd have to beat Rattlebones. I think we should wait to do that until we can make pets that can maybe help us do that. For now, I just want to, you know, focus on what's helpful right now. You get a mount from Rattlebones? Yeah, but I also get a mount by just, you know, opening the crown shop and spending gold. I'd rather just do that. I think I'm going to get rid of the Golem minion because it's just kind of annoying. I don't want to accidentally click it. So I'll get rid of it, and I'll just, if he does use like Ghoul or whatever, after I bats him, I'll just have like sideboard hits as backups. Master Duel Soul will be interesting, yeah. But that's something that I want to wait because I don't see how it's possible to do that without having a very good pet. And we're just not at that state. Like, before we can even make pets, we have to... yeah, before we even make pets in this series, we have to get gold. We have to get a reliable gold source. And to get a reliable gold source, we need to get into gardening. To get into gardening, we need to buy the Red Barn Farm. To buy the Red Barn Farm, we need to get a lot of gold from fishing, which takes time. And in the meantime, I still need to get to level 10 to be able to have access to Scroll of Fortune, things like that, events, all that stuff. Gold is for once not easy to get. Yeah, dude. That's, yeah. Nice, another fizzle. Yeah, look at how little, so he's doing little damage because he has a minus 30% outgoing damage boost. Dude, I'm getting so lucky. Like, I'm literally just farming XP off of all this. That's what, 6 times 4. I've gotten 24 XP from very quick animations right there. That's very, very nice. How can you tell it fizzles? So Storm, if you listen closely, okay, I powered that one. Storm spells, if you've been playing this game long enough, you can tell the audio for it sounds different when you're casting it, to where you know that you're gonna fizzle the spell before it ends up fizzling. Abide did have good tricks of getting a lot of gold, but stupid content has been pretty boring, but it's reliable. Is Abide's the guy who's been doing the guy I have on my channel, right? The one who's been doing the walkthrough. You know what told fire spells fizzle? Yeah, fire one is one of like the obvious ones. Look at that, 78 XP, bro. Look at that, dude. That's crazy. Look, we only need 400 XP to level up, so 78 XP is a huge amount. That's very, very nice. So, yeah, that's kind of how you gold farm. And obviously, Lost Soul, the way to optimize it would be by spending gold on treasure cards and farming Lost Souls. But because I want to get this certain hat for crowns from here, although I'm kind of annoyed. I was expecting there to be more health wisps around here, but they're all over there. Not sure why that is. But that's okay. So yeah, I literally got 24 extra XP. I would have gotten 54 XP from that, which is not bad. Because that means what? So 6 more plus 1. So 7 more. We won't have to do this more than 7 more times. I don't know how long this full combat run takes. Let me just fix up my deck so I can use my cards a bit more efficiently. Do that. Yeah. It would be much easier if we could just target one specific thing. Like if I could just do self-target spells and then enemy target spells, but that's fine. Not an issue at all. Let's do this, and honestly, I'm going to probably heal for... I don't know if should I heal first or should I just try to kill the Screecher first? I think I'll kill the Screecher first because they have such little damage that it would be very difficult for me to die before I'm able to kill the Screecher. What is the I mean, I don't want it to be spoiled, but at this point I can't really think of, like, again, with my rules that I have set for this series, I can't see any better way other than fishing or gardening to get gold. Like, what other methods are there to get gold? If it's related to the events, then yeah, maybe the events is a way to get gold, but that's something that, you know, we'll end up finding out anyway. So what does he do? Does he like farm something, or the way that he farms gold, is it something that I'm able to do in this series with the rules that I've set for this series, or no? I want to get max value out of my heal. It is, okay. Give me a hint. Does it have to do with the combat, gardening, or fishing? Combat being not the event combat, but specifically the combat that I can do with what I have access to in the main world. Oh, it's not one of those 3. So then it has to be from events, right? Oh, pets. Oh, okay. It's probably some pet talent then. It's probably some pet talent. That's right. Honestly, yeah. I'm actually glad you told me that, because that was something I was gonna do. That's not really much of a spoiler because, one, I was going to be exploring pet talents. In fact, before stream, when I was working on this like XP grinding method, I was actually thinking about the pet talent for. There's 2 pet talents I was thinking of. I was thinking of the XP grind pet talent. There's like a pet talent that gives you more XP, and there's also a pet talent that lets you cast gardening pixie, because I was thinking for gardening, like, you know, how am I gonna get the gardening pixie? That's a pretty nice boost to have. But yeah, so yeah, that is all it takes. Any pet, not even a pet talent. I mean, so again, like pets in general, we will explore everything there has to do with pets. You don't have to spoil it. It's not like, so the reason why I was asking is because I just want to make sure there's not something that I'm missing into like it's something that I could miss. If it's something related to like honestly, you saying it's a pet is a big enough hint without spoiling anything. So, because again, pets we're gonna do at a certain specific time. I will do pet related stuff once I have done like even if this pet method is the best method for farming gold, for now, I'd much rather explore gardening. Because I think gardening is very fun because no matter what this pet thing is, gardening is the only like purely passive form of farming in the game right now. So because of that, I do want to have gardening as an option for those people who are not able to actively play Wiz as much but still want to be able to farm. I want to cater to that group of people first before anything else. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. But yes, we will explore everything, and yes, everything with related to pets as well. We will look through every single kind of talent. I'm gonna do all the research when it comes to that, just as I've done the research with all this like XP grinding stuff. This is like very basic, like getting data, like timing things, trying to find a mathematical model of all that stuff. So yeah. Oh, he bought a lot of boots from some vendor, fed them to his pet, sold reagents, and got a lot of gold. Yeah, I mean. I could show that too. Yeah, a lot of pet feeding. Yeah, I can see how that works out. Yeah, that probably does work very well, because yeah, some of the reagents that you get from there, like the rare reagents, like titanium, like steel, these things, silver, all that kind of stuff. That's something that I used to do in the past as well. I didn't do it for gold purposes. I did it to be able to use those reagents to craft certain pet jewels. But yeah, like that's cool that you can use it as like a kind of like a way to get gold, like spend money to get money, I guess, because the money is kind of guaranteed at that point. It's like gambling, except you're guaranteed to win instead of guaranteed to lose. But yeah, like I could show that. I could show that on stream. It's just I definitely don't want to do that as much. Like if I actively need gold, I could do that, but I'd have to see first how much gold do I get for how much time do I spend. And now, is it worth doing that as my main source of gold, or is gardening still going to be my best bet? And I believe gardening will still probably be the most. Like, I still think gardening. Like again, I don't want to like say that's a bad way, because it's not. I think that is a really good way. That's actually genius. But because again, I wouldn't have thought of that. Feeding the pet stuff, I just would not have thought of that. But so that is really cool to see. But I will say that me personally, even if that's like the best method to get gold in terms of how much time you spend, it won't be better than gardening, because gardening is next to no time spent, because the only time you're spending is you're planting your seeds, you're taking care of them to do the harvest, and you're harvesting them at Elder and replanting them. That's all it is. And your time is based on that, and the actual rewards you get from gardening, there's no way they're going to be lower than whatever other active method exists. How are you going to get past the paywall? I'm not. I'm not getting past the paywall. We're exploring everything that you can do without getting past the paywall in this series. Netflix is the way to... Yo. The classic, dude. Oh, also, I don't know why I'm not taking that one out. Just adding animation time to my battle. Yeah, this is why ideally you want to do Lost Souls, because again, there's only so much you can control. You can only really control half of the battle, and like as in like the spells that you cast, because whatever the enemy does, you don't get XP for that. So, and you can't really control what the enemy does either. So to minimize the amount of time wasted, do things that allow less animation time from the enemy as possible, and also less animation time from you, while increasing the amount of XP you can get for the amount of time spent. That's why Lost Souls are good, because there's only one enemy. Only have to deal with one enemy animation time, and yeah. Isn't the series gonna get boring quick? No, it is not. The series has not even begun yet. The series begins once we have a way to have gold, a way to get snacks. When we can get gold and snacks, we unlock pet making, which is infinite content. We unlock decathlon, which is infinite content. And honestly, as soon as we're able to do Beast Moon, we also just unlock infinite content. It's just Beast Moon is like a whole separate game mode that like I don't want to do Beast Moon before I do decathlon, because Beast Moon goes into a realm of the game which is very different from the normal combat that we're used to. So because of that, I want to leave Beast Moon for after we do some of the other like important stuff. Obviously, when we get to events, if Beast Moon is the first event, then we will do Beast Moon. But there are pre-event stuff that we can do, that we can explore, like pet making, like gold farming, like gardening. So yeah. Oh, by the way, if I fizzle lightning bats enough, I'm literally gonna run out of mana, and this is just a waste. I really need to get gear that gives me mana, because if mana is our way of getting XP, then I need to make sure I have a lot of mana, because if you think about it, my crystal ball of 30 mana only gets us up to 90 XP. A little more than that, because there are 0 pip spells that count for that as well, but still. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, Wizard Cowboy. That's why. So Lost Souls is the way to go, but I am trying to get the cap, which is why I'm not doing Lost Souls. Otherwise, yeah, I would be doing Lost Souls right now. Once I get the cap, if I still need to get XP, I will absolutely do Lost Souls. But we don't have the cap yet, so I want to get as many things done as possible. Yes, I'm very aware. So reflect. So, Weenus is someone that I have contact with, and he has access to all the pet information that exists. So yeah. Yeah, if I fizzle one more time, I lose. I was able to have one fizzle. If I fizzle any more now, I lose. Please, don't fizzle. Nice, okay. I need to power the next snake, otherwise we just wasted like 10 minutes. I don't know how long the combat takes. I wasn't really timing it. Please don't fizzle. Okay, I'm gonna play, no, I don't think I can kill. Can I kill with these? I can't. He'll tank by 20 HP. Oh, I should have used the TC bats earlier. Please! No! Oh wait, okay, we're fine, we're fine. No, we're not fine. Oh shoot. Oh frick. Wait, maybe? If I hit low end, I think he tanks by 1 HP. Don't hit low end. Okay, I powered. Don't hit low end. Please, please no, please no. Yes, we hit max, we hit max. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh, yo. Okay, okay. Let me make sure I get full mana this time. That was scary. Where's my location? It's in the shopping district. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Potions are mainly for your mana, not for your health. Because your health is usually never difficult to get, and you can always just heal at the beginning of a fight. But, and plus if you're a Death Wizard, you just straight up don't need health, but in reality, you're getting your potions for mana. You're high enough level for mana, atoms, and rings? I mean, yes, but I'm also only 200 XP away, so. You know what? Let's just look for it. How expensive are potions right now? If they're not too expensive, I'm just gonna save the time because we are running out of time. How much does that cost? 100. That's not bad. Okay, let me actually. Yeah, let's go search. Actually, before I shouldn't have used that. I should have waited to see what kind of gear I can buy. So yeah, mana we can't really get from robes. So we must use 18, 20. Oh, Dagger of Absolution. Wait, no shot Dagger of Absolution is a bet. Wow, dude. I should have just kept this from the crafting quest. Actually, it's only 40 gold. Might as well. 22. 23. Let's get this one. This gives the most. Oh, we have this anyways, but yeah. Yeah. I don't think anything else can give us mana, but I mean, dude, we have 75 now. 75 is literally enough for, well, that's like 225 right there. And actually, yeah. Wait, we literally have enough mana to, yeah, I have enough mana at this point to just, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's enough to level up, so. Although I will have to spend my potion. Man, is there really no mana wisps? It's kind of annoying. Whatever. We should be able to survive for one fight, and then for the next one we'll fill our potion and then do it. Yeah. Shields, bats. Once we hit level 10, we have access to more 0-pip cards, and one thing I did discover is prolonging the fight as much as possible, especially against the Lost Souls, is good because then you don't have to worry about the 12 seconds joining period. So yeah. Level 29 before you bought merchants, but exactly, yeah. So housing dungeons is something that, like, we could do as like a non-canon part of this series, like on one character. I could say, hey, let me add someone that has access to gauntlets and just seeing how far I can get. But it would definitely be something that's not canon, in that any rewards that I get on that character, I cannot use on my other characters. And once we're done exploring how far you can get with the gauntlets, then I'm going to delete that character. Because, again, I don't want to benefit the account. And because that would just be like one season or one like episode, like a side episode, like a filler episode. That would be something that as soon as we're done, we just delete it so that we're not using up character spaces, since it's just kind of just taking up, because we can't use the rewards from it, it then just becomes something that takes up space on the account. In place of it, something could exist that we can use the rewards from that character. But yeah. I just had to do this walkthrough instead of doing a normal one. Because I don't want to support KI financially. For many reasons. One of them being actually the fact that they're still reliant on gambling as a way to make money. So. And the other reason is obviously political reasons. I want to enjoy the game. I still want to make content for the community. I want to make it so that other people can also experience the game without having to also give money to KI, because there has been people that are telling me that, like, hey, I support you, I also don't want to give KI money, let me know what I can do. And yeah, this is what you can do. You can do exactly what I'm doing. Still be part of the Wiz community, still do Beast Moon, Decathlon, all these things. Still do the hangout stuff, still do all the social activities. Just, yeah, you won't be able to participate in PvP, but I think you can still watch PvP matches. Wait, I just realized I can't watch PvP matches because I spent my crowns. Like, you need to have a certain amount of crowns before you can even watch a match. It doesn't actually spend the crowns, but you need to have that number. If it comes to that and we really need to watch PvP matches, which, if I really want to do that, I'll just go on an account where I can just do that, if that's the only reason why I want to get on. Nice. Good fizzle. Although actually bad, like, I don't even know why I'm spending that in the first place. I should just be healing. I'm getting distracted. Kraken for XP? There's no point in farming Kraken. There's nothing that Kraken drops, and XP, it does not depend on who you're fighting. It just depends on how much you're spending. How much mana you're spending. You might be able, dude. That's also like, again, that's another thing I could do too. There are things I can do where I can be against KI but unite more people, because being against KI is not an unpopular take. It's just, unfortunately, a lot of the people that are against KI have quit the game, rightfully so. But there is a way where we can meet the demands of those who have quit the game by being like, hey guys, play the game. Let's play it. Let's show them that we are part of the player base, and so they should listen to our demands and give us what we want, as in give us a level of PvP back, you know? Although, to be fair, back then, ranked PvP for low levels was not free to play, so technically we would be getting something that has not existed before in the game, but who cares? Plenty of castles have PvP arena. That's true. Oh yeah, we could still do PvP, but yeah, we'd have to have rules. We'd have to have like completely free to play only rules. Which, wait, that would still be wait, that would be so cool. Yo, wait, chat. No, I'm not gonna watch ads because ads help KI too. At that point, I'm just gonna do trivia, because trivia, at least KI doesn't make any money off of that. But I don't want to use crowns, 1 and 2. Especially not ads, because ads just straight up make them money. Castle, dude, yeah, housing is gonna be a part. Like, dude, there's we're gonna bring back old Wiz. Listen, if you guys don't agree with any of the reasons why I'm doing this series, at least you can agree a nice thing is we can bring back the good old Wiz. We can bring back the good old days of just logging on after school, even if you were brokey and your parents did not want to pull out their credit cards because you're a brokey and your parents call you a brokey. Even with all that, you could still hang out with people because everyone is there to just hang out on Wiz, you know? We're bringing that back. We're bringing back 2009 to 2012 era of Wiz. House PvP parties, even if you're a complete noob, you get to be like the party animal that just gets made fun of because you're a brokey. That was me. I'm saying that because that was me back in the day when I played Wiz with my classmates in, what was it? I think it was like yeah, it was the 3rd grade, I think, either 2nd, 3rd, or 4th grade. One of those 3. I think maybe it was 4th grade. But the point is, yeah, I would play, but all of them would have like, they would have at least bought like the first few areas to have access to some spells, whereas there was me who was just farming field guards with Banshee. Oh man, the good old days. And we will make America great again. Yeah. We will make Wizard101 great again. We will make Wizard101 again. We will make Wiz fun again. Field guards to on his death. Dude, that's what everyone used to do. And then what would happen is you'd have that one guy who was a premium member, or like a premium player who had access to Lord Nightshade next to the field guards, and then you'd beg them, be like, hey, can you please add me? Can you please let me inside? And then that way you'd be able to farm the Jacket of Withstanding, which is a really, really good... Dude, I remember I used to, like, when I was first playing Wiz, I would share the account with my brother. The oldest wizard that, from what I can remember, was called Malorn Ashthorn. It was a death wizard, and it was named after the death assistant teacher guy. But I would share the account with my brother, and I remember I ended up getting the Jacket of Withstanding from that boss, from like teleporting to someone that I begged to add them, and I got very lucky. I got Jacket of Withstanding. And I remember my brother was like, can I please have the Jacket of Withstanding? I was like, no, it's mine. No, it's mine. Oh my goodness, dude. The good old days. The good old days when I was just a kid and when times were simpler. Man. Oh, and then we would try to get around the chat filter too. Like, bro, there's this one guy that I had on my friends list, and all he would do is he would be normal, and then you'd ask him to swear, and then he would do like chat filter bypasses. Like, he would do this, like this. They're banned words now, but at the time they were words that worked to get around the chat filter, and it was so funny. And like my brother and I would like be like, we would just like be, and keep in mind we were We were like 9, like he was 7, I was 9 at the time. So we were just like, we'd just be like laughing at this guy just saying the funniest stuff to get around the chat filter. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, Lord Aisha drops that, but he drops the main thing is the best piece of gear he drops is the Jacket of Withstanding. That's the piece of gear that I got. It gives the Tower Shield card, and it gives so much HP, and it gives some universal resist. And compared to any other gear at the time, that robe was insane. It was so insane that one day I had crowns. I don't know how, but I just had enough crowns to do 1 PvP match, and I had enough crowns to do 3 PvP matches, but instead of getting the 1-day pass, I did 3 individual matches, and I was like, dude, I'm so good. I'm gonna absolutely cook these noobs with my Jacket of Withstanding. And obviously, I went in and I'm fighting some guy with Commander gear. At the time, I had no idea what Commander gear was, but the dude used like a 1-pip spell on me that did like an insane amount of damage. Obviously, he was using some enchants, and I was just like, dude, how is he doing so much damage, and how is he taking no damage? And then the guy was like, dude, if you flee the match, I'll gift you and add you a pack, or I'll add you and gift you a pack. And obviously I was a gullible kid, so I obviously fell for the scam and I fled the match. But man, it brings back good memories. You missed most of the stream. If you skip the first 45 minutes where I was just yapping about politics the whole time, I've just been like, I've also been yapping, not about politics, but I've just been yapping about just random stuff. That's kind of what every single walkthrough series is. It's just me playing Wiz while yapping, you know? It was fun being broke on Wiz. Exactly. Like, you played the game because you hung out with people. Nowadays, you're playing the game just to, like, unlock things and show off, I guess. I feel like that's what the Wiz community is. It's, like, about showing off. I mean, yeah, like, there's PvP where, you know, you like, maybe some people do, people do genuinely enjoy PvP. But everything seems to be centered around grinding to unlock something, and then unlock for what? Just to, like, what's the end goal? The end goal is to have something to infinitely chase that you'll never actually reach, I guess. Or you're doing it to show off, I guess, rather than just hanging out. Which, you know, I guess, like, it's still better to hang out with people IRL, but that's... Roblox became a popular game because, yeah, you do play some actual game stuff, but the point of it being a multiplayer game is that you're hanging out with people. You're playing the game with people, and that's what adds part of an element of fun to it, you know? Yeah. Oh, we are 2 hours into the stream at this point. You know what? Because we only streamed 1 hour last time, I'm not gonna make up the full 2 hours that I didn't get to do last time, but let's continue XP grinding just a little bit. We'll get our level up, we'll get our fishing XP, and then I'll fish for some more fish. How much XP did I get? I got 54. So, unless I just fizzle every single spell, I shouldn't level up off of just this one combat alone. So I'm gonna do this combat, spend whatever little bit of energy I have to catch like maybe 3 fish in the Arrow Village, come back, and then level up, and then fish again, spend our energy, take a quick gander at what we unlock through the free-to-play stuff, and then it'll be good. The Skull Splitter drop any crown gear? Yeah, he drops the Elven Hat, which gives you a Storm Elf blue card, and then it gives you some HP and maybe some other stat, like maybe a resist or a power pip or a damage or something. But yeah. How come you don't have access to level lock? I think you... Actually, yeah, why don't I have access to that? Maybe I do, I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't think it would be a member-only thing. That wouldn't make any sense. Maybe it is. Who knows? Or maybe you have to have one character that's gotten a certain amount to be able to level lock. I have no idea. We'll see. Oh, you have to have level 30 on the account? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. There probably is some requirement, which I don't know what the reason behind it would be, but there probably is a reason behind it. Just we don't know. And I fizzled. Oh, level lock was not there. Okay. I believe you. I've not... So, I have considered farming Rattle Bones, but not to have a low-level carry me, because that defeats the entire purpose of this series. You shouldn't rely on having a high... I mean, sure, yeah, the average person could very easily convince someone to help them farm that, but think about it this way. What if you're a menu chat player? Actually, wait. One of the things I could explore in this series is restrict myself to menu chat and seeing how I could communicate with other people through menu chat. That would be so interesting. Maybe one character, for the character that we do gauntlets and stuff on, maybe I should try to communicate, but I'd have to do that off stream though, because otherwise if I did it on stream, then I don't know if someone in chat would be trolling me. That would have to be something completely off stream. That's why I want to leave one, maybe possibly 2 character slots, right? You get 6 total character slots when you do something like this. So I want to keep 1 to 2 character slots open. One being for if it's worth having an extra character that you create and delete over and over again for the purposes of training a pet very fast to reset your hatching timer very quickly. I don't think that would be worth on an account like this where other resources are so limited that our bottleneck would not be the hatching timer, but would rather be the amount of snacks we have. Who knows? We'll see. We'll have to find that out. But main point is, I do want a character so that we have the potential to be able to do that, but also have another character to do things that are not canon to the main idea behind the series, which is exploring other aspects of being free to play, but not necessarily restricting yourself to the point where you can't make friends at all, you know? To throw over the EU servers? Yeah, that too, you know? That you're totally right. Although, I don't know how Beast Moon and Decathlon work. Like, Decathlon makes sense, but Beast Moon would have to be something separate because Beast Moon does rely on other people. That's also a reason why I said that I want to try to separate Beast Moon a little bit. It'll still be part of the Jobless walkthrough, but it's going to be a little bit different from Decathlon and some of the other events. Because I'm sure the EU servers do have events, right? It's not like they're not that featureless compared to NA servers, right? You still have events. So if they still have events, I'm sure as long as it's not... Why are you stalling? What do you mean? What do you mean by stalling? I'm XP grinding. Oh, why am I healing and not killing? Okay, so I talked about this earlier, but the reason why I am healing is because the way you XP grind in Wiz, it depends on how much mana you spent. And because there is a delay in joining combat, like a 12-second delay from, you know, when you join, and for this there's even a longer delay because there's the 20 seconds I have to spend on the sigil as well. I'd rather do as many things in the combat as possible as I can before I leave. And healing gives, like, for the amount of mana spent for the amount of time that healing takes, it gives you a lot of XP per hour, per time spent. So that's why. And fizzling is obviously the highest XP per time spent because that's literally 5 seconds times 5 seconds spent for however much XP you're getting, which is literally the quickest thing. It's the quickest single action you can do. Even casting a wand hit or even casting a 0 pip hanging effect is slower than fizzling a spell. Because with the 0 pip hanging effect, it's the same time as fizzling a spell, but then you have the added time of the hanging effect appearing. It's like an extra 2 seconds. And you're only guaranteed 1 XP off of that. 3 if you use Spirit Armor, Spirit Absorb. But then again, you need to wait 3 turns to do that. Whereas with fizzling, if I fizzle a 10 pip spell, I have not only not spent that spell, but I've gotten the mana, the XP, for attempting to cast that 10 pip spell. So for Storm Owl, for example, if I fizzle Storm Owl and then power Storm Owl, even though I've only used 1 Storm Owl, I got 60 XP from that 1 spell. From that one thing that I did in the combat, which is my finishing hit, I got 60 XP from it. From that one action. Okay, I have not leveled up. I am 1 battle away from leveling up, so... what is this? I mean, might as well. It's not like it's useful at all. I'm pretty sure Troll does... Oh, actually, it does more damage than Troll by a little bit. Still not going to use it, but... I mean, now we can say we have an amulet on. Does it actually... I don't think it shows, right? Yeah, it doesn't show. But still. gearing up for the finale of episode 1 of the series. So that's also something that I went over at the beginning of the series. The way I'm doing it now is because so the way it worked was each season has a specific goal that I'm trying to go for, which I did go over at the beginning. But what I decided instead is because I can now make a video based on that entire season, I'm going to make it so that for those who don't want to watch all the streams of the walkthrough, they can still follow along with the progress through well-edited videos, and I'm going to call those episodes. So I'm going to call each stream a certain day. So this is day 5 of the walkthrough. Because again, unlike the budget walkthrough where we did do some stuff off stream, none of the progress on this account is going to be off stream. Everything is going to be on stream. All the grinding is going to be on stream. Everything. So yeah. And so every stream is going to be a day, and every episode is going to be a collection of streams to where we're trying to achieve a specific long-term goal. And the goal for this first episode, the goal changed a little bit. It wasn't very well defined until today, but today at this point the goal is the season ends once we have, or the episode ends once we have both gotten the completed all of the possible quests and purchased the Red Barn Farm. Those are the 2 goals of episode 1. And the reason why it's those 2 goals is because the actual goal of episode 1 from season 1 was to first try to explore everything we can in terms of questing. That was always going to be the goal from the beginning. But I've also decided to add the it's a way to kind of like tease season 2 in a way, where because I'm buying the Red Barn Farm, that implies that I'm now going to do gardening, and that's because season 2 is going to be heavily focused on gardening and gold. So hope that makes sense. You have the EU service trying to learn the languages. That's honestly a pretty good way to go about it. I myself want to learn a bunch of languages because one of the goals that I have is, I think a very effective way to get a message across to people of different groups is by showing them that you do care about their culture. And but learning a language is not very easy. If you learn another person's language, like the language of another culture, that's a very good way to show that, hey, I care about you. I care about something that is unique to you and your group of people, a language that you speak. And because I went all this way, I put all this effort into learning this language to be able to communicate with you. That alone really brings people to your side, I feel like. Obviously, there's no way to know that for sure, but you know, I like that's like kind of like a hypothesis that I have. If I go out there and learn languages and genuinely try to understand people in their language, they'll open up to me, and they'll also be more willing to hear me out, you know? That's why I want to learn many different languages. Right now I know English, I know Urdu, but I'm not super, like, I don't know how to read and write in Urdu, so I obviously have to do that first. I also need to know Arabic as well for many reasons. Classical Arabic is very important to me. But I have been slowly learning a little bit of Japanese. I want to learn other languages too, so these are all things that I'm going to do. So yeah. Yeah, I'm Pakistani, yeah. I was born in Kashmir. You're saying was Gujarati? Yeah, dude, one of our family friends, they're Indian, and they spoke Gujarati because I think they're from. So I know there's a, so with Gujarati, right? There's in Pakistan there's a place called Gujarat. I'm assuming in India there's also a place called Gujarat, right? Gujarat, right? Yeah, Gujarat is a city in Pakistan, but I'm pretty sure there's also, like, if Gujarati is spoken in India, I think Gujarat is a state in India. Okay, but I'm assuming, like, so it's obviously based like Gujarati, like the language is based off that, right? Oh, you're from Karachi. One of my uncles who lives here, his wife is from Karachi. I've been to Karachi once when I was very, very young. My only memory of Karachi is I was riding on a camel on the beach in Karachi. It's a very it's a pretty vivid memory. I don't remember a whole lot besides the fact that I was riding on a camel in Karachi, but man, I've wanted to go back, but it's just, even going back to Pakistan is just very rare to be able to do. One, it's insanely expensive to get a ticket there, and two, like, especially now that I work a job, like I'd have to take PTO and stuff, and when I was a kid, I can't just go on my own. I'd have to, like, my parents would have to go, but then my parents have to take time off work, and so, but they also have to, you know, pay for other stuff, so it's just, yeah. Is it true that India and Pakistan are at odds with each other? Yes, there is a lot of that, and it doesn't have anything to do with race, because if you go back far enough, first off, India is not monolithic in terms of like it being one race. Even Pakistan is not one ethnic group. So if it has to do with a race, that's just not the case, because Pakistan is multi-ethnic, India is multi-ethnic. It has to do with but it does have to do with tribalism. It has to do with like religious tribalism. India in Pakistan, so there's obviously the two religious groups that we're talking about now are Muslims and Hindus, and within those there's a group of Muslims who are extreme, and there's also a group of Hindus that are extreme, and so the extremists on both sides are the ones who are unfortunately the loudest group on both sides, because neither side is guilty of crime. Both sides have committed crimes in the name of their country, in the name of their groups, and both sides are in denial of some of the crimes that their side committed. So right now what you have is, and like, again, I don't want to say too much without having full knowledge on it, so I won't say a whole lot other than saying that yes, there is definitely instability in that area. But I will say right now, the side that is in power is on the, so from the Indian side, there's Hindu nationalism. And so Muslims, obviously Pakistan is mostly Muslims. India is mostly Hindu, but there's a very large Muslim population in India. And I'm pretty sure the largest Muslim population in the world, in terms of like in one country, India has the most amount of Muslims in one area. So, but the current national party in India is very against that they're still a minority in India. And the guy in charge of India has a history of very violent behavior. I'm pretty sure he was banned from politics at one point for what could be defined as literal terrorism, I'm pretty sure. And that guy's in charge now. So if there's stuff that you're confused about, then hopefully that does clear some things up. And unfortunately, whenever a leader like that gets in power, nationalism arises, and nationalism is not good when there is minority groups in your country, because that nationalism tends to exclude those minority groups. And so as a result, there are many Muslims suffering in India as a result of I'm not going to say Hinduism, I'm saying Hindu nationalism. That is the issue. That's what a lot of the violence from, at least from the Indian side. Again, I like from the Pakistani side, I'm not saying Pakistan is a great country either. Like there's a lot of issues with Pakistan as well, but in terms of a lot of the what you see in terms of like the political discourse online, obviously there's always like anti-Muslim discourse is not unique to India, Pakistan, because anti-Muslim discourse exists everywhere. I mean, just look at Palestine. Some people like to pretend that it's not a religious issue at all, which, first off, for those pro-Palestine people that act like there's nothing religious about this issue, you're literally unhelpful to the cause, because you're ignoring a huge part of the issue, which is the fact that there's 1.8 billion Muslims. They're all almost unanimously in support of Palestine. And yes, it's because of the religious history of Palestine, of Al-Aqsa, of Al-Quds, of the ancient city of Jerusalem. Like there's a lot of history behind that, and that's why you can't just say it's not a religious issue. It's very disingenuous to say it's not a religious issue. But yeah. Hopefully that was a way of giving. And again, I won't say it's unbiased because I will be biased. It's impossible. Anyone who says they're unbiased is lying to you. There's no one that can say something without any amount of bias. There is always going to be bias. Even facts have bias in them because it becomes a situation of what facts are important. So the only way to be unbiased is by laying out every single fact, and that's an impossible task. So it is impossible to be completely unbiased. That's why it always annoys me when someone tries to be like, you know, hey, I'm impartial or I'm biased or I'm unbiased, because that's just not possible. It's just not that's just unrealistic, you know? Unrealistic. But yeah. I'm gonna use the blood bats because one, I have a chance to kill with just bats, but if I need blood bat, then I'll just use blood bat. Listen, all I'm saying is there's an issue in India and Pakistan, a very major issue. There's an issue in Palestine, and guess what the common factor between both of those places is? And this is something that people, for some reason, don't like to admit. I want to see if chat can guess it. Chat, can you identify a commonality between India, Pakistan, and Palestine, Israel? Is there something that you can other than the fact that there's Muslims there? Is there something? Yeah, you got it. The Brits. There it is, Reflex. There you go. The Brits. The people who have been... Not the people, sorry. I take that back. The empire that was an empire that is now part of the global Western Empire, which messed around, did a bunch of crap, ruffled feathers with places they shouldn't have been in, and then just left and is absolved of all of the accountability. Absolved of all accountability for everything that's going on there. And you're a crazy person if you dare bring up the fact that there was relative peace in that area. Sure, was it perfect? No, absolutely not. There's no such thing as perfect. Life is not perfect. There's no perfect society. There's no utopia. But meddling with outside affairs has only made things worse. Let the people figure the problem out on their own. Don't try to colonize stuff and then create an issue and then just leave. Just don't colonize in the first place. Just keep your nose in your own business in the first place. You know? If you're going to... And I'm not even against conquest at all, because conquest is just normal part of like political, like just spreading your political ideals. But there's conquest, and then there's ethnic... There's erasing culture. There's erasing cultures. You can conquer an area without erasing the culture behind it. That is, believe it or not, that is something that is possible to do. What's up, Lord Farquaad? How you doing? That's when dates back. There's history after that, which affects a lot of things. Happened in Africa too. Yeah. Leave and say the Brits did that when they left, though. Granted, they did leave an insane amount of damage in their path. Yeah. Okay, let's spend our energy and we'll probably call it for this. I'll probably sell my fish, and then. Dang, what have I unlocked?
We've made an upgrade to your spellbook, Wizard. You can now sort your treasure cards by school.
First off, your voice sounds different. Second off, was I not able to do that before? I guess not, but now we can. Still not able to clear my deck, although that might be because I have a starter deck. But, one sec. I have unlocked special events. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, you know what? I'm happy. We unlocked this thing. This is huge. We unlocked the Scroll of Fortune. We unlocked events. I thought that was going to be a level 12 thing. Honestly, in terms of questing, that's... Nah, I'm not going to say we're done XP grinding because I still do need level 12 because gardening is... At this point, I've already said that gardening is what we're going to do, so I can't just ignore that fact now. Like, can I get XP off of these things? Can Pet Promenade give me XP? We will explore these things. Obviously, there's only 1 day left, but I think we can still collect the rewards for a few days. So on Tuesday, we will actually collect whatever rewards we've gotten today from these so far. Is fishing part of this? Fishing is not part of Pet Promenade. Beast Moon, not part of this. But this is huge. This is where the walkthrough actually begins. Beast Moon, yeah. We're not going to do that stuff right now, though, because, again, we're doing things in a particular order. So for now, let's spend all our energy, and I'm going to call the episode here for today after selling my fish, just to see how much gold we have. But on Tuesday, we're going to explore what we can get out of this stuff immediately, and then we're not going to do any of the events for now. Our goal is still to work towards that level 12 XP grind and saving up for the Red Barn Farm, because those are the things that we need for Season 2. But we need 1600 XP, so we need 3600 total XP. So I believe in 4 hours, I think I can actually, especially, so now I'm level 10, I can actually get even more XP. And again, this is where by Tuesday, one thing that people keep saying, I keep using "and again." I need to stop doing that. I need to stop saying "and again." You know, people use the word "like" a lot to get around the fact that they're not fully thinking out what they're saying before they say it. That's what I do, except I use words. I use the word "like." I'll use the word but then I'll say "and again." And someone actually called me out on that recently, so. It lasts a day long. Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, it lasts until it's either Monday morning or Tuesday morning, but I don't stream again until Tuesday afternoon, so I don't think I would see it. I would definitely be able to collect the rewards, but yeah. That's another thing. When I say "but yeah," I need to stop. Because if I'm going to be doing a lot of professional type things, these things sound very unprofessional, so. And there we go. I said so. I need to call myself out each time I do these things. Otherwise, I'm not going to improve my speech. And it's going to sound very forced at first, but that's how you get better at things. You got to be uncomfortable in order to improve. Just like you won't improve from the gym, you won't improve at the gym just by doing things without putting effort that makes you uncomfortable, that causes the damage to your muscle fibers to then repair those muscle fibers, which then ends up growing them. In the same way, when you're trying to grow at anything, if you're not being uncomfortable, I don't think you're really learning anything or improving, you know? Tread lightly, as it sounds like something similar that happened to Nile Red. Wait, what do you mean? Tread lightly. That's a quote from Breaking Bad. Then maybe your best course is to tread lightly. I cannot do the Walter White voice. I don't know how they do that. It must take a lot of practice. They are voice actors and just movie actors, so they probably do. Not probably, they definitely practice these things a lot, but it is pretty impressive. It's like Skyrim, do something for so long and it improves the thing you're trying to improve at. Well, not necessarily doing it for long either, because you could do something for long, and sure, for many things, just by doing it for longer does create that uncomfort, that discomfort. For example, when you're at the gym, if you do a certain activity for long enough, you'll create that damage in the muscle fibers to then repair it, to then grow the muscle. But instead of doing that, why not be as effective as possible in the shortest amount of time as possible and do the thing that requires you to do less reps, which still causes the same amount of overall muscle damage, but now you're minimizing the amount of reps you really need to do to be as effective as possible while saving yourself time, which is going to be more uncomfortable than just repeating the same easy thing over and over again. But then again, isn't it also more uncomfortable to have to spend more time on something unless you truly enjoy being in the gym? Which, I'm sure there are a lot of people that truly enjoy being in the gym, but even for me, even when I am in shape, the gym itself is not super fun for me. cross country, even though you're just running, the fun aspect of that comes from the fact that you're running around in a trail. There's a reason why I'd run cross country over just running on a treadmill in the gym. Because when you're running cross country, you're running through trails, you're running through a park, you're seeing a bunch of nature, you're seeing a bunch of nice stuff. You're outside getting fresh air. Whereas running on a treadmill in the gym, you have access to hills. Depending on the technology that you have, the treadmill can simulate all those things that you can experience, but you just can't replace running through a trail, things like that. He had an issue where he hated repeating the same word, and if he couldn't find another word, he just wouldn't say anything. Oh. But now Red is a huge YouTuber, and he's great at speaking from what I've heard, and he's an amazing chemist. At least, as a non-chemist, I think he's awesome. So... So what do you mean by tread lightly? Sounds very ominous. Oh, he is? Oh. Okay, just when you said tread lightly, in my mind, I'm thinking of Breaking Bad. And tread lightly means watch out, otherwise you'll screw yourself permanently. Runners experience the most micro tears. That's why runners look very well in shape. They look very healthy. Like some people that go to the gym a lot, they'll have big muscles, but they might not look healthy. Whereas a runner, even if they're skinny, they'll look healthy. I don't know if what I'm saying makes any sense. And there's definitely going to be some bodybuilders that are absolutely triggered and think I'm a crazy person, which I probably am, because I'm not speaking from knowledge. I'm just kind of yapping. But, I don't know. It's proof micro tears don't grow muscle. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, yeah. Runners don't have the biggest muscles. But then what grows muscle then? Yeah, that's true. There's optimal rep range, yeah. Because there's the muscle mass, which is what makes you look bigger. And then there's muscle strength. So powerlifting is related more to your muscle strength. But what I've also heard is that your muscle mass determines your potential for how much strength you can have. Whereas trying to train specifically for strength is maximizing how strong you are for the amount of muscle you have. And yeah, it still grows your muscles to an extent, but it's mainly focused on maximizing the building like the neural or the muscular, muscle brain synthesis, or there's a term for it. I forgot what it's called. Muscle memory? No, it's not muscle memory, because muscle memory has to do with, you know, hypertrophy after muscular atrophy. Bodybuilders are, obviously there's bodybuilders are on steroids, and obviously there's a lot more people on steroids nowadays than people would think because of how easy it is to access steroids. But there's also a lot of people that are natural that just work very hard. And some people will be completely natural. They'll just be accused of being on roids. So I don't know. It's hard. I like, as someone who has little experience in this field, I have no idea who would be a true natural, because there's always different opinions and there's different ways. Like people will say, oh, his vein is popping out this way, that means he's definitely natural. Or, oh, hey, his vein is 5 millimeters too much to the left. His this muscle group is this 5 inches too big in this time period. Oh, he's definitely on the gear. There's some telltale ways. Well, yeah, I'm sure there's some telltale ways to obviously know, but it's about the people where it's, hey, you're not clearly on steroids, but it's definitely plausible and it's definitely possible. Mind-muscle connection, that's the word I was looking for. Yes, mind-muscle connection. As far as from what I know, strength training is more about the mind-muscle connection than increasing the amount of muscle mass and increasing your strength potential. Not saying that strength potential is something that's easy to achieve. It's certainly not. If anything, people say powerlifting is more difficult than bodybuilding because bodybuilding is, and I don't want to misinform people here. This is just from what I've heard. Don't take me as any kind of advice. But it's why for strength training, you're typically doing much heavier, much lower rep stuff. Whereas for hypertrophy, you're doing mid-range, mid-rep stuff. And then for endurance is where it's much more like cardio related. Now, it's not exactly cardio, but your heart is definitely working a lot harder. And your other muscles are still going to look nice, but they're not going to grow big. They're going to be very effective at doing a certain task repetitively without getting tired, which is why I feel like that would be more in the realms of cardio. And again, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I might just be yapping and saying something complete nonsense. Because again, listen, I was in shape when I ran cross country. That was when I was in 10th grade. That was, at this point, like 10 years ago, almost. 8 to 10 years ago at this point since I did cross country. So ever since then, I have not been in any kind of shape at all. Any good shape, at least. Yeah, trap muscle. Yes. That's one thing I have heard. If your traps are like super blown out compared to your other muscles, that's a sign of potential steroid abuse. I don't know the science behind it. I guess androgen, whatever juicers is the reason behind it, but yeah. Endurance, you need more systemic fatigue versus muscle fatigue. Yeah. Like system as in like your whole body is working. And it's the fact that your entire body is getting too tired to be able to continue this specific action rather than, hey, this specific muscle group is now physically unable to continue without, like, that's why with, oh, oops, I didn't mean to do that. That's why circuit training, there's like circuit training, which is where, or like, where you, or I don't know what the term for it is, but it's where you combine two different workouts into one set, like do like I don't know if it's called like superset. Like let's say I'm doing like lateral pull downs and bicep curls at the same time. I'm technically using my biceps more in one and using my back muscles more in another, but I'm not taking a rest period between those two. And obviously that requires a lot more endurance to do something like that. But yeah, I don't know. Sulek, that guy's a hardworking man. I if that's a fitness influencer, I have no idea. Zac Efron looks like the border being on steroids. Yeah, I don't know much about like specific people. There's this one guy that I follow who I know like there's no way this guy's on steroids because for someone he's been lifting for a very, very long time. It's this guy named Joffrey Verity Schofeld. I'm not sure where he's from, but he lives in China. And he has a lot of like, he seems very knowledgeable on the stuff that he does, and from what I can tell, there's nothing that points to the fact that he might be on the juice, because in fact, sometimes what people will say is that he looks kind of small for someone who's been lifting for so long, whereas like, you know, when you're comparing it to people that are potentially on juice nowadays, in a shirt, yeah, he might look smaller, but I mean, compared to the average person, he's still freaking jacked. But yeah. Blood, yeah, blood report, yeah, that too. Like with social media especially, the fact that people edit their photos too, now not only do you have to deal with the fact that they might not be natural, but now you also have to deal with the fact that the photo is just straight up edited. Like, why do you edit the photos? What are you gaining out of that? Dude, man. I feel like doing social media for the purpose of clout, like if you're doing it as like for money, for like a job, yeah, okay, sure, you're trying to make money, it's your source of income. But there's some people that like you've already made a certain enough money, or you're not even making money. It's two sides of the same coin. You're either making a lot of money to where you don't need more money, or you're just not making any money and you're doing it purely like the reason is the same for both. I'm assuming it's that you're doing it because you want the attention, but that just sounds so shallow. Like what is your real life like then? Outside of like, if like, do you need the social media to feel happy? Like I feel kind of bad because those people publicly, they might seem like these like awesome people that like people have a lot of respect for and think are people want to be like them, but then you don't see the fact that this is their source of happiness now, and dang, it's just really sad to think about. And yeah, because of that, they're trying to make their photos look impressive even if they're misleading, and they'll edit their photos. Oh yeah, I don't care about six-pack abs. First off, six-pack is part of your body that I would, even if I had a six-pack, I just wouldn't show to anyone, not even to my own family, because that's just like a religious thing. Like there's a certain part that you're supposed to cover, and for men that's from above the belly button, above the navel to below the knee, and most like part of your six-pack is in that region. So even if I was the most shredded individual on the planet, I would not be taking my shirt off unless it's for there's two people that I would do it for. One is my doctor, and two is like I'm married. It's free for my wife. Like that's it. Those are the two people. Otherwise, no one's seeing that region. So I don't really care about that in and of itself. That would be more of like, you know, like a personal like thing, like hey, when I look at myself in the mirror type thing. Outside of those two reasons, it would be like a, but even like for a doctor, like I don't care about showing off to my doctor. Like my doctor just ends up being the person that sees that. So outside of like just for myself, there's only one other person I'd be doing that for. So yeah, six-pack definitely not something I care about. And plus, six-pack is something that mainly comes from your diet anyways. It comes from having low body fat. And plus also a combination of having genetics to where you may not have to get as low body fat, as low overall body fat for them to show. Because where you store the body fat is in a different location depending on the genetics. And so some people, even though their overall body fat is higher, you'll still see their abs, whereas for other people, you have to get to an insanely low body fat percentage to be able to have defined abs. So yeah. And then yeah, that too, like you literally, like your life starts to suck. Like most people can't handle maintaining a physique like that, especially those who don't have the genetics to where they need to be at super low body fat to even have that, you know. But yeah. Yeah, abs are for looks, but who could, exactly, yeah. Like it's like you can achieve it, yeah, for sure. I'm not saying it's just they're mainly for looks. And yeah, like the actual core strength is insanely important. Like your core is very important because without a strong core, a lot of your practical lifts are not going to be good. But that doesn't mean that that's still separate from your six-pack, because six-pack is the fact that you have ab muscles, but everyone has ab muscles. But now you're low enough body fat to where those ab muscles are visible, and there's not a whole lot you can do, because abs are like, in terms of how much they stick out, they're kind of a small, they don't I feel like they don't stick out that much. So whatever hypertrophy you're doing isn't really growing them out that much. So the way you're going to get them to show is by cutting down to a low body fat percentage and being lucky enough that enough of your body fat is away from there that you don't have to cut as much, you know? Buy level 10 gear before signing off. Oh yeah, thank you. Shout out Lamar for being here the whole stream, even despite the first third of the stream not being something you enjoyed. Again, it's not going to be a normal thing to do that. Like, there's going to be very few streams where, at least for this jobless walkthrough, like I do want to try to keep it separate. But yeah, I do appreciate you being here all stream still, despite all that. And yeah, I appreciate you for the reminder. We're going to go buy some gear before we log off. Although, I think I got the main part of the gear. No, that was before I hit level 10 though. So yeah, let's gear out, because that was one of our goals for the stream. Usable. Obviously I would go for mana stuff, but there's not a whole lot of mana stuff. Like you can't get mana outside of these two. So health would obviously be nice. Damage is kind of useless because we're using storm spells anyways. 45 health. I don't think it gets any better than that. 45 HP. Yeah, I think that's the best. 45 HP. Where is that? Helm of Supremacy. It looks pretty nice too. Let's go ahead and get some myth colors on there. Dark blue and yellow. Helm of Supremacy. 40, 60, 60 as well. 40, 60. Okay, it looks like 60 is the highest, so we're gonna buy. Doesn't give us 3 myth damage, but yeah, Cloak of Tales. This gives us some myth resist too, which isn't that useful, but there are 100 of it in stock, so anyone can buy this. Dark blue. Boots. 50k mount for gold. I don't need a mount right now because we're not going to be doing much questing anymore at this point. There's no questing left to do, and I'd rather save the gold for a red barn farm before Thursday because I'm going to be taking a 1 week break starting Thursday. All right, 20, 24, 30. So far 30 is the highest. Oh wow, okay, 30 is the highest. Where's it at? Gobblestone's fur boots. Dang, I can't get myth colors. That's fine. We'll go silver. We'll go silver and gold. We'll do that. We can always dye them later because if you go in the dye shop, you have access to all the colors. But staffs. Okay, we can get a staff. What's the nicest looking staff? Oh, there's not that many. You know what? Oh. I mean, the staff isn't all that important. It's just to be able to farm lost souls for grinding purposes. We'll get it, but if there's any point in the series where it feels like there's where we do start farming, then I can always sell it. I like this one. This one's cool. Like it has this like spiral thing, so it's pretty neutral. Thames. Yeah, there's obviously more gear. Alakine's Dirk. Ooh, this gives 36 mana. So I should focus on mana on these things. Oh, wow. 63. Yeah, mana should be my priority. Yeah, 63 mana is insane. Let's buy this. Ooh. How many does this give? This gives 2 copies, but it's a 90%. This gives 2 copies as well, and it's 100%. So I think I should buy. Yeah, I should buy this one, Swift Arrow's necklace, because it gives us another thing to be able to spend to XP grind off of, but it's 100% accuracy. And again, I will have a guide that talks about how the XP grind works. 36 mana. Ooh, 60. 60 is once again the winner. Is 60 the winner again? 60 mana. Yep, 60. Okay. Seal of Impetus. I don't know how you craft these, by the way. We'll look into how you craft them. For now, there's enough in the bazaar that I feel okay with getting them. And then Pinewood deck is something that is available from the deck vendor, although there's a better deck that I can get. So let's first equip... Actually, before we equip our gear, let's go to the deck shop because there's a novice myth deck. Why is mana important? Because mana for XP grinding purposes is what you need. You need to spend mana to get a lot of XP as fast as possible, and I don't want to have to use my potion over and over again or be at the risk of running out of mana. Because farming lost souls is the fastest way to get XP, we don't really care about health because we can just get a health wisp and be at full health. And we'll never really be at danger of dying. But mana, we are definitely at danger of running out of mana in because there's not as many mana wisps as there are health wisps. So it's pretty important. Whoops, my bad. Yeah, so this is the deck I wanted to buy. So once you hit level 10, you get Novice Your School's deck, which gives you the most amount of sideboard of 8, and it gives you 20 max copies, which both of those are pretty nice. So Novice Myth deck, and I believe that's it. So let's go ahead and equip all of our gear now. So I think, yeah, Helm of Supremacy is the best. Cloak of Tales is the best. Gobblestone's fur boots are the best. This is the best staff. The best of Thame. Let's unlock this because we don't need it anymore. Best amulet. Best ring. Best deck. Let's copy it. Why not? Keep the starter deck because it's just a way to have another deck set up. Looking pretty drippy. Let me see if I could change the boots color to yellow for the base color. Because again, we are a myth wizard. And actually, maybe I should go dark blue and then gold, because that would match my pet a bit better. Eventually, I will save it for a amount, but right now, the more pressing thing to get is the red barn farm, I think. So, let's see. So let's go. Can I go dark blue and gold? Yes. And then boom. There we go. We match our pet a bit better now. That works. And now let's just go and sell our stuff. Just make sure there's no TCs in here. Yeah, novice myth deck. We have all these wand hits now. We'll go ahead and get rid of them for now. We'll keep one in. And oh yeah, we can train some new spells too. So let me just go sell our gear at the bazaar. We'll go train our new spells. And then for next stream, our goals are obviously to do XP grinding. So for next stream, I'm actually gonna write it down. First thing we're gonna do is explore the events tab. Explore the events tab. Explore anything else. Basically, so we're gonna start explore level 10 stuff. Explore all level 10 stuff. Level 10 stuff. We've already explored obviously some level 10 things like buying gear, but we're gonna go through everything next time. But for now, let's just sell all this. So much mana? Yeah, dude, 157. That's more than the base mana you have at max level. I don't need the Dagger of Absolution anymore. Well, that sells for a lot. Peridot set it a theme. Alright, so 60,000 gold, so we're about halfway to the Red Barn farm. I'll go ahead and sell that too. Is there any spells that sell for a lot? Not really. Yeah, we'll keep these for now, but let's go and buy get our new spells. I think we get Cyclops and Storm Shark. Oh wait, what? No. Well, I guess our XP grinding is gonna come from... Huh. Yeah. Our XP grinding is gonna have to come from just using lightning bats over and over again, which is fine. That's not the end of the world. It would have been nice to be able to buy infinite Krakens or even have access to Storm Shark. But we don't have training points. That kind of sucks. Dang, when do we get our next training point? Do I have to wait till level 12? Maybe that's why the whole time I was confused at why I was able to get Storm Shark early, because I need to be level 12 to get another training point. That's fine. Does he have a quest for us? Good, he doesn't. That's good. Yeah, Cyclops. Actually, wait, I'm tripping. I can just use Cyclops. No, because I have to calculate to make sure that Cyclops is worth it. Because Cyclops is higher accuracy, so because it's higher accuracy, there's less of a chance to fizzle, which is bad for XP grinding, and it's also a super long animation time, so maybe not. We'll see, though. Wow, dude, Lightning Bats almost does as much as a 3-pip mid spell. Level 12 is the next training point? Yeah, dude, yeah. That's okay, though. Not to worry. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a slow XP grind, but I'm gonna see. Our first goal is obviously going to be to we're gonna prioritize fishing, and then if we get close to leveling up to level 12 or level 11 next stream, then we get 2 things of fishing, which is 30k XP, and then another 30k the next day would get us 120k, which is I think just shy of getting the Red Barn farm, right? Houses. Yeah, 125,000. We should be able to get it by the end of that stream. Plus, I'm not even factoring in the amount of... Because at this point, we're not spending any more gold. But we can get gold from TCs. I'm sure I'm getting pet... Nah, I'm not really getting pet snacks. But still. Point is, by Thursday, I think we will be able to get the gold that we need. Because we have 2 more things of XP globes and plus 2 more level ups. That's 4 XP globes, 15k per, 60k. That's 60k right there, and then we just need another 5,000. Then we get a red barn farm, and because level 12 is part of it, we should complete all of our goals. It's going to be a little bit of a grind getting leveled up, because that is 3,600 XP is a lot. We need to get basically 1,800 per stream, but I think we can do it. I'm going to work on off stream to see what the most efficient way we can do it. If that means that we can't farm Alacane or Sergeant Skull Splitter and we have to go back to Lost Souls, I'm willing to do that, because the Elven Storm Cap is not that important of a piece of gear to get. We can always wait to get that, because I mean, we're not really going to be, we don't really need better gear. Our gear is good enough to do XP farming, and it's, yeah, honestly, wait, yeah, no, next stream I'm just going to farm Lost Souls. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I've decided we're just going to farm Lost Souls next stream. But we went a little bit longer today. We went to 3 hours. Actually, let me just make this a bit smaller. We did go to 3 hours today, but we did meet all of our goals for today. We bought the Bazaar gear. So we'll go ahead and change this to the 23rd. And next stream, we're going to start off by exploring all level 10 stuff. And then obviously work towards... So spend all energy on fishing, work toward level 12 grind. And then our final goal for Thursday is to buy the Red Barn Farm. So Tuesday we're going to explore the level 10 stuff that we just unlocked, including the events, including the rewards we get from there. And actually, I totally forgot. I'm pretty sure, like, okay, yeah, 2,000 gold right there, like, Lunari. But yeah, there's rewards that we can get. Pet Promenade. I don't want to click on it. Yeah, like, dude, there's, okay, we shouldn't worry too much about gold. XP is the main issue, so we're going to just focus on Lost Souls. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. Next stream is going to be Tuesday. So the schedule is in the description of every single episode. So if you ever want to know what the updated schedule is, that is always going to be available. The schedule will be changing in a week and a half, but once that does change, that will be up to date as well. There's a community post as well. That's where a lot of major information will be available. So, but anyways, that's all for today. You know, we can ignore the Farm Sergeant Skull Splitter stuff, and let's exit out of the account. I'm gonna go right in this corner. That way we start off right here in the corner next time. But yeah, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Here, let me just make sure that, okay. And yeah, there we go. And okay, good. It pops up on the right monitor. I just want to make sure, because there's a whole pop-up thing that comes up. But yeah, that's it for today's chat. I'm gonna go get ready for work so that I can, because I always like to go work early on Sunday evenings. And that's it for today. And 2 more days of this first episode of the series, and then after that I'll take a week break. I'm just repeating myself at this point. Thank you all so much for watching. Much love. Stay safe out there wherever you are. Have fun. Enjoy life. And as always, have a good evening.